these up too. So once I send links, I'll do the
Hey,
introduction
so look, how you liking it so far with the whole process and everything?
of like actually doing the podcast and shit.
Yeah.
Um, for real, it's not bad. I enjoy it for the most part. Like sometimes I'll catch myself slipping up and not like going over the topics that I want to talk about for the week and shit. But other than that, um, I'm pretty good at it. It feels really natural to just fucking talk, so it's not bad. I actually enjoy this shit. But like I said, I gotta fucking send this fucking link out. I got a couple other people who I got a guest who wants to pop in after you're done. He wants to talk about some shit. He's another artist. He just dropped some shit. His song called Flowers. That shit's dope. Leaf said he appreciated uh, you talking about his was it Don't Lie to Me?
Oh yeah, look, I heard that shit and then I immediately wanted to work with him. That shit was fire.
You gotta check what is his other one, bro? Already know that Jones fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little. I'm gonna have to dive down the leaf rabbit hole, do some listening. That's usually what I do because I like to get a feel for artists, like what I mean. So I listen to multiple songs at the time. When you sent me the link, I just wanted to listen to it because I said I would, and I was like kind of busy, so I just listened to like the first thing that popped up, and it was that.
Hell yeah, this was. I know he's got a lot of free for profit beats on there too. Like if you're ever looking for beats and shit. So like
Oh
you,
yeah, I seen some beats on there too. I didn't listen to none of them, but I did see one, and I think I seen the song that had you on it on there too, but I didn't get a chance to listen to that either.
yeah, me and him do a lot of shit together. All right, let me get this introduction out of the way since I sent some invites and shit. What's up, guys? This is the Illminds Independent Talk podcast with your host, me, SPtheGreat. This is by independence for independence. I hope you guys enjoy the show. So, I know one of the. So I got on this topic because actually, I'll let you give another introduction and shit too.
Oh man, do your thing. Hold on, cause I can't really hear you. Hold on.
Is it too low in my microphone or?
Yeah, yeah. Like I can hear you, but I can't like hear you. Like I can hear what you're saying, but I can't hear you. Like yeah.
I just turned it up a little bit. Is that better?
Oh yeah, yeah. Much better,
All
much
right,
better.
bet. Yeah, but nah. I mean, go ahead. Give yourself another introduction. You know, because I've only had you on here once, so introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and what you do.
Yeah, man. What's up? It's Billy Hendrix. I do music. Obviously, I be rapping. I do some audio engineering. Um, really, man. That's it. Glad to be here. I appreciate you having me on again. You know, we're
As
gonna be like
always.
Vlad and Boosie in a minute.
But yeah, so like the topic that I wanted to talk about, Curtis King actually had a was talking about it on his show yesterday, and it kind of struck a nerve in me, right? Because I've been preaching this shit since before I had ever even heard him start talking about it. Was
We're gonna be like Vlad and
like
Boosie.
how a lot of these younger rappers that are coming up are pretty much just making music to sound cool, right? And I feel like there's a lot of artists that are doing shit really lazy. Um, Especially with like with the words that they choose and shit. I feel like they could be doing so much better as artists. I don't really listen to Cole anymore. I know that he said Cole was one of them, but I don't really listen to him. I noticed
Like
that like
J Cole.
yeah, yeah.
Wait? You said J Cole is one of the artists that make music just to make music?
No. That uses like words that like he doesn't really need to use, right? Like there's so much other shit that he could say, but he still chooses to use it. And he's not the only one. He was just an example. Um,
Wait, let me give me like an example of a word. Like what you mean?
so like And this is what I sent you the text when I was talking about like shit that is socially destructive, right? Like shit that is it's not actually uplifting the community. It's not helping any. Bitch, the N word. I'm not allowed to say that. Ho, like shit like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, like there are so many other words that you can use. Like I feel like when a lot of these rappers like say shit like that, like it just seems lazy, right? Because it's easy to do. They've already done it. Everyone's already using that shit. Um, so the I don't. I just feel like he could do. I not he. I feel like those rappers could do a lot better. I feel like there are so many words, there are so many things that they could do to improve on their lyrics, right? Because like as independent artists, like for the most part, we don't have a following. It's harder for us to get a following, so we really have to prove ourselves with lyrics. Like that's the only thing that we can do is make sure that our lyrics are on point because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody wants to listen to us. If you're just making subpar music just to make subpar music, like what are you doing? Because there's a lot of rappers that I like. I mean, do the same thing. Really, like I love Juicy J, but Juicy J, I mean, I know that that's kind of like Juicy J's style and shit, but I feel like he could do a lot better if he wasn't relying on like these easy words to go to. Because when you use those words so repetitively, it's so easy to rhyme with it. It's so easy to make a song using the same shit that you've been using over and over again. And that has to go with like topics and conversation too, right? Because everybody, and especially for the newer generation, like I don't want to hear this shit from the newer generation. I don't want to hear people like these younger kids that are coming up use the same context that everybody else has already been using. Me personally, as an artist, I don't want to hear more people come up rapping about fucking violence and fucking money and drugs and all this shit. Like, it's lazy. That topic has been used so many fucking times. There are way better things that we could use or talk about. Like the life experience. We have so many fucking experiences as people. Why are we stopping just for that? Like, are you just trying to make that type of music to blow up and make money off of? Do you care about the music, or are you just trying to make bread? Like, because to me, it just seems like, hey, I'm just here to make music because I've already seen these other artists do that shit. So I know that if I can do it the same way they do, I can make money off that shit. There's a blueprint to this shit. There's a blueprint. If you look at everybody's music, they all talk about the same shit. There's a blueprint. So it's, to me, it's just lazy. All the context and like the repetitive fucking words and shit. I feel like we could be doing a lot better and listening to a lot better instead of pushing essentially fucking subpar music.
So I think I agree and I disagree. And so let me ask you this: have you ever created a song based off a conversation that you had with like Lee?
That's a good fucking question, and I don't know. Um, I've made a lot of. I have written a lot of controversial songs. I'm gonna use controversial. I fucking hate that word. A lot of songs that when I wrote them, he was like, I don't know if I would put that out yet because you're not in a big enough position because of the stuff that you're talking about. So from conversations, I could say, yeah, I've had conversations with him where I've written shit that we've talked about, but I have not released them.
Okay, so right. So what if that's just how you talk? Not so. What if the way that you talk is the way that you rap, and you're not doing it because everybody else said it or everybody else did it, or you're not following the blueprint. You just this is how I talk. And so, in the sense of J. Cole, what I understand what you're saying is because he's an intellectual, he probably could find better words to use in those instances. But when you're doing music, the idea is that you want to relate to the person listening to it. We know Jeezy don't sell bricks, right? We know he don't sell bricks no more. We know that when 50 say, I am not gang gang, but I will bang bang. We know 50 Cent is not about to shoot anybody. right? But the context of the song is in relation to the person that will do that, right? I mean, we know there's not many rappers actually doing the things that they're talking about today. That don't mean that wasn't a lifestyle at a certain point. So we would have to just assume that after you've done all of the reflection through your music, now you need to relate to the people who related to you when you got started. And so, in our sense, you would say like you've written controversial songs based on conversations that you and Leaf have had that means something to you. But the idea is we wouldn't release that because we're not in a position to actually make a change. And then I'd even argue that standpoint because if you don't, who else is going to?
I mean, yeah, and that was another thing that like we had in the conversation when we talked about it. But I mean, I guess to respond to that, see, like that, I think that's one of my pet peeves, right? Like when I said, people are making socially destructive music to sound cool, right? Because you kind of answered that when you said the thing about with 50, right? Like we know 50 don't do that no more. So why talk about that when you could talk about the million other things that you're doing that are great, right? Because if like 50 puts out a new track, all the stuff that he's done in entertainment, like not even just rap, but for shows and shit, like all the good shit that he's done to uplift other people, why not talk about that instead of talking about the street life shit? Because like my thing is like I don't want to see the youth fall into that trap, right? Because when Biggie and Pac were spitting, they were spitting to get out of the streets. As to where now you have rappers who are spitting about that lifestyle, and this is what pisses me off the most. They're spitting about that lifestyle, but most of them don't even fucking catch charges until they've made it into the music shit because they're not actually living that life until they get into the music. So they're doing the shit in reverse.
Well, it's not that they're not living; it's that they don't have the attention on them before they get into the music. Right? I mean, it's documented. Well, we'll say allegedly, and because I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but they said King Von is a serial killer. He was a serial killer. You, those investigations didn't start until he was so popular that he had them looking at him as much for them to know his whereabouts at all times. I mean, not say that those investigations weren't started, but you know what I mean. So that's what I mean. Some people now, while I do agree, because I seen a little Mabu snippet a couple days ago. He's doing drill music, and it's like, well, we know that you're not. And what's the other kid, Slim Jesus? Right? Some people are not doing it for a gimmick. Some people are doing it because that's actually the life that they come from. You know what I mean? Like now, I don't agree with. I'm going to rap about being a serial killer, or I'm going to rap about selling drugs um, for the mass appeal, because that's lame. But I don't have a problem with you rapping about your life, because what else are you going to rap about?
I mean, so I think all in all, right? As music has progressed, I feel like a lot of people have turned away from just telling stories to glamorizing a certain type of lifestyle. And like I said, like it's not like I'm saying that people shouldn't do that, right? But there's a right way to go about it and there's a wrong way to go about it. Because one looks like you're glamorizing, one shows that you're telling stories, essentially. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of like that's my thing. Um, is I would rather see people try and actually get back to that storytelling type of feel rather than feeling like it's all glamorized. Like, hey, like because of these things, I have this or that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to hear about the way that you've overcome your situations and not the perpetualization of the lifestyle, right? Like just because that's where you started, don't mean that you have to continuously uh, glamorize the life that, because essentially when those people are in the neighborhoods getting shot and killed, you're not there, right? And I agree with you. That I don't watch Tyler Perry movies because of that. I don't watch no movies about slaves. I don't watch any like drug dealer focused movies. I don't watch that shit because yeah, I mean, I always say it because people be like, "Why you don't?" And it's like, well, if we trying to get away from that lifestyle, why would we keep talking about it? Now, granted, you also have to take into account of the listeners, right? Because that's what the listeners want to hear.
But
Right? You understand that?
I mean, to me, it's just because they've been programmed to want to listen to that. Also, I'm gonna answer chat real quick. Sauce Man, this is my man's Bully Hendrix. He's another rapper.
What's going on? What's going on, Sauce Man?
Um, yeah. Now, I mean, my thing is like I feel like that's been a conditioning. Like this is what we want to put people in, right? Because a lot of people don't know, and we can jump down a fucking rabbit hole with this. Is that a lot of private prisons? A lot of major labels have their fucking hands in private prisons. Now you tell me why the fuck a music label would have money invested into a fucking private prison, and then as soon as these fucking labels started investing in private prisons, what what did the fucking music switch to?
Yeah, I mean, the appeal was there already, though. You get what I'm saying? You look at it from a standpoint of, and I'll use you as an example. I don't actually know if this is true or not, but if you never visited urban community, right? The market for that is middle America white kids, right? They never they where they don't want to be. They want the black experience without living the black experience.
Yeah, that's the see. Oh, dude, I hate that shit, right? I fucking hate
Yeah,
that shit because like most of these kids think that shit's cool, right? And then they fucking go out and they do this shit because they hear fucking rappers talking about it, and then as soon
right.
as the fucking judge put them fucking years over their heads, that little motherfucker wants to run and talk.
Yeah. Right. You just seen it with the Julio thing, right? They caught four of the five people. Every single one of those fucking kids lived in a suburban neighborhood, and they all cried as they were being arrested. Like, do you understand what you just did? Right? Like, that's because the idea of two guys that are from areas, and we don't even know if they're from those areas, to be honest. But to say two guys are from an area of poverty and violence, um, and those guys have an issue with each other, and they're both in a position to pay somebody else that wants to be street, right? Because the people that are actually that's come from those situations don't want to go back to it or talk about it.
Nope. And
You
that, and
know?
that's one of the things that like I was talking about because I know that like right we've had this conversation before. Like I got a lot of backlash for being a fucking low fucking melanin fucking dude that wants to fucking rap, which I hate the fucking black and white shit, so I don't even fucking say that. You're just enriched with more melanin than I am. That's
For
what
sure.
it is. But
Yeah.
like that's the thing to me is like when I hear that type of music, right, and you look like I've been one of those people that's been like, hey, you can't do this because you don't look like us. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, we're all people, bro. And my thing is, like, why the fuck wouldn't you want me to do that? Because the biggest thing that I want to do is make sure that the fucking kids that are in the fucking, that are in these areas, and I don't want to say, like, a specific fucking, like, especially a specific, fucking melanin, because there are fucking kids of all skin tones that are in fucking situations like that. I don't want any of them to fucking grow up to have to deal with that. I don't. Like, I don't want anybody to have to fucking go through that. I don't think the fucking shit is right. So why wouldn't you want somebody who's going to speak out against that shit rather than some fucking rapper who's gonna keep on feeding you fucking bullshit that's not doing shit for you? Like, that's the thing, right? Like, they're not there are some and you don't see about them because they don't have videos of that shit, because they're purist when it comes to actually fucking helping out the community and shit. And those rappers are great. Like, fucking Vince Staples is one of them. Great fucking dude. So my thing is, like, why do you want to listen to these rappers who don't give a fuck about you, who aren't actually helping the community at all? They're just making this shit that's fucking telling you, hey, this is what we do. I don't want fucking kids to have to deal with that shit, right? Because kids are fucking so influential, they suck everything up. So as soon as they start hearing music like that, they see the fucking dudes who are walking around fucking dressed like that, who always got money and shit. They put themselves in the same position and could potentially end up just fucking ruining their life. I don't want that for anybody, especially our fucking youth. That's crazy. I don't know how anybody would want that.
So, and you think about how influential the human mind is in general, right? I just had this conversation with my mom because I was telling her I've switched the type of music that I listen to because I was being influenced, right? At my grown ass age, I was being influenced to feel like, oh, this, because this is where I come from, this is the way I should be reacting when these type of situations happen, right? And it's the idea of music being weaponized in that way, movies and entertainment in general, is very true. It's a hard battle to fight, and the idea is, based off what you just said, that makes it extra crazy because they will tell you that they don't want your help, and then when something happens, they be like, "Where your white friends at?" Right? That's bad. It's like your girl being like, "Oh, you never listen to me," and then when you catch the line, "Oh, you shouldn't take everything I say so serious." Like, okay, well, which one is it, right? And that's the conundrum of being a caring person that actually wants to benefit the well, I don't know the word I'm trying to use, social economics, I guess, but
social construct, probably.
Yeah, right. You want to challenge the construct in a way to say, I mean, there's always a better way, in which there is. But again, you take it from a person that, like, I've lived that life before. It's hard to not. First of all, you think about what they say about people in California. By the time you're 12, you have to choose a game. Yeah, right? That's the way that works.
That's crazy.
You have no choice. Right? You choose a game or you get banged on by both sides. Or, however many sides. They got West Vice Lords, Bloods, Crips, fucking, You choose a side or you get banged on from all sides, right? And eventually, this is like, what it actually stems from, and which we alluded to earlier, is prison culture. It's all prison culture. None of that actually started in the neighborhood.
I was just saying, because think about how many prisons just are on the fucking West Coast, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting, bro. It's like, I can't, that shit pisses me off so bad. And that's the other thing too, is like, it's not just a front, right? Like, you've experienced with me personally. Like, I've never fucking actually met you. I've never been able to fucking dap you up. I'm like, none of that shit. But when we were talking about real life shit out of music, the first thing I did was fucking show you shit that was going on out here to try and help you fucking get your shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're not front, for sure. It's not a front. It's not an internet front at all.
Like, that's one of the biggest things for me too, is like one of my biggest influences with music, and not even just music, just socially, is fucking Young Dolph. I mean, rest in peace, Young Dolph, but like, he was doing the fucking turkey drives, like in his hood and shit, to make sure that everybody had a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving. And like, that's my thing. I was talking to Straight Savvy about this last night. Shout out Straight Savvy's podcast, by the way. Dude's dope as shit. Go check him out. But for real, like, I told him, I was like, I want to be that fucking dude. Like, if I can get music or get anything to get me to the point where I have enough money to give back to communities, I would love to go fucking places where I'm not supposed to go and fucking do shit like that and give out fucking turkeys, give out fucking, you know, food and shit for Thanksgiving. Like, because I care about everybody. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck what your background is. I don't give a fuck what you got to do to get bread. I don't fucking give a shit. You're trying to take care of your fucking family. You're trying to make sure you're good and shit. If I had the fucking money to do that, I would love to do that. One, because I don't want to see anybody go hungry. Two, because I definitely don't want to see a fucking child go hungry. So,
I mean, look at what happened to the situation that claimed Dolph's life, right? So that's the double-edged sword of it. Nipsey, he was also one of those people who was doing a lot in the community. So the idea of what you're rapping about is not the life that you actually live in. You're just using it to appeal to more people. But how do you help more people? You need an appeal, right? You need influence. Right, you could tweet this right now, and I'm sorry to cut you off. You could tweet this right now, and nobody would bat an eye. But if you were influential to that amount of people, you could tweet this and say 100,000 people changed from based off your tweet. The powers that be, would find a way to take you out.
I mean, that's true, but the other thing is, what if we all make a push for that, right? Because like strictly for the most part, I speak to independent artists, right? Because they don't have a label telling them what the fuck they need to make.
Right.
So if independent artists can team up collectively to fucking change that shit. Now there are so many more fucking independent artists than there are industry artists. Something has to give at some point. Somebody's gonna break through that barrier, and
then look at Take Nine. Look at Take Nine, right? Take Nine not perpetuating no stereotypes. He's the most successful independent artist. I mean, I guess you want to say Kanye, but Kanye did most of his shit from the label standpoint. So, but as a complete independent, you look at Tech Nine and say most successful independent artist of our generation or ever. And I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, his name is Tech Nine, but I don't think I've ever heard him rap about killing a bunch of people or selling a bunch of dope. Like he's raw talent. He's got bars. You know what I mean? You look at Andre 3000, another one. You don't hear him perpetuating negative stereotypes. I'm trying to think of some other people. He was a label artist, but I'm trying. I'm probably like the only two I can think of off the top of my head. Just sitting here. Maybe I don't think Ben Staples talks a lot about that. Killer Mike, he don't talk a lot about that. I just think that. Yeah, I agree. I agree that if more artists in general, independent artists, obviously, because when you fight against a label artist, you're not actually able to talk this shit the way I'm talking this shit. So, you know, it's things that you cannot say. So, no, I agree. Now, I also disagree with anybody doing it for clout. I'm not against. I can't lie. I'm not against a person telling their actual life story, no matter how you tell it, how you get it out. If it's real pain, trauma, it's a real story attached to what you're saying. I'm not against that. I will be a hypocrite to say that I was against it when my music is about my life. So, but I don't think you should do it for clout. Right, I say that a lot about Megan Thee Stallion. The fact that you can actually rap, but you fit the mold for the industry to be the artist that you are, is extremely disheartening.
Facts. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna respond to that. Leaf, is it better now, or is it still is it still coming through the speakers too? Sorry, we're having some audio issues, I think.
I was wondering if it was because I seen him say earlier it was an echo. I thought it might have been coming from my other phone because I got it pulled up on YouTube so I can watch the comments. But I turned that phone all the way down, so hopefully it's not bleeding through.
I was gonna say because I muted my headphones. I don't know if it fixed it or not. I'm waiting for him to let me know. Come on, Leaf. Did it sound better? don't know yet. We're gonna keep going though. Fucking. Nah, I mean that's like fuck, dude. I had a train of thought and I lost it. Damn it, Leaf, you done fucked me up. Damn. No, yeah, I got it now. Nah, like when you said there's certain things that like I can't speak on, right? Like I understand that's one of the things that I wanted to bring up. Like I know that there are certain sociable things that like I can't touch. And I understand that. And I don't want to touch those things. That's not for me to get in the conversation of. Um
Wait, no,
like I
I feel like you can as a sorry to cut you off. I feel like you can say whatever you want to say. That's me personally. Like I feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
I mean, I feel the same. I feel the same way too, right? Don't get me wrong, but like we were talking about earlier, there are certain people who are not gonna, they're not gonna take well to that, and it's not going to. I don't think that it would hit the same way, and I feel like some people would probably take it out of context and try and use it against me, even though I want to help, because people don't like seeing other people that want to help, right? They want to fucking see destruction. That's all they want to see. So it's one of those weird fucking things where it's like there are certain things that I would like to be in the conversation of, and there's other things where I'm like I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just let somebody else who's in a better position than I am do that, because there are people who are talking about it. Like what I said before, like Vince Staples is a big one. Who was the other one? The oh dude, what the fuck is his name? He played in some shit.
I think that's a limiting belief. I think that's a limited belief, man. I don't like limited beliefs, man. I
Damn.
think that's a limited belief that you think that you can't. Cause fuck, who gives a fuck that the people that say you can't aren't the people you're talking to.
I mean, you got a good point. We'll take it step by step, baby steps, baby
Yeah,
steps.
the people, anybody who says that you can't or you shouldn't be, excuse me, those are not the people we're talking to. You know what I mean? Like, period. So because we expect you to feel that way because we ain't fucking talking to you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, actually, no, you're right. For real, because the people who are gonna have some shit to say about somebody wanting to help, not just not just a particular fucking set of people, but people in general, because that's all we
Right.
are people. If you don't fucking agree with that shit, then like honestly, nah, for real, get fucked. Because you're one of the people that's part of you're part of the problem. If you hear somebody
Right.
speaking out about some shit that you don't like, it's probably because I'm talking to you.
Probably because I'm right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. You probably some fake ass wannabe gangster that got your whole fucking image and uh, ideology from YouTube videos of street rappers and Franklin from fucking Snowfall, right? You studied the lives of the gangsters and you picked up what you see on the fucking television screen or YouTube screen, and now that I'm saying something about your fraud ass, I'm not eligible to speak about it. When I got a PhD in fucking life, nigga, fuck you. But excuse my language, but fuck you.
Nah, you good, bro.
Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like we not fucking here for you. You can keep your limited belief, and you because you're only gonna talk like that until you catch a Rico or you fucking get shot, and then you gonna be on every media outlet talking about what people shouldn't. You know what? And again, I don't like to speak ill of the dead. I just seen an interview with Julio's mom, and she said that she hates drill music, she hates this and that, and her son wasn't really from that life. But I see you saying that when he was fucking dancing on dead people graves, right? Like, you see what I mean? That's what I mean. Those
Right.
would be the people that would say, no, you shouldn't talk about that. And it's, you now that it's impacted you directly, we're like, well, we should put an end to all of that. Like, no, you should have called for a ceasefire when he was fucking dancing on dead people's graves. making fun of people for getting shot up and rapping about it. Now that it's come back on him, I mean, he was shot before. He got his foot shot off, and you know, he didn't. Nothing stopped him from perpetuating that. You know, we look to artists like XXX, right? Um, he was a person that was severely troubled in terms of law issues, but I didn't. He was talked about. He rapped about being sad and drugs and shit, right? And so the thing that I never want to try to judge people based on the idea that we understand as people fighting against things that seem unnatural, that most people are brainwashed into that lifestyle. You'll feel like it's no way out of it.
I mean, see, that's a big thing too, right? It's like you see a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are fighting against the push to fucking turn that shit around.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that want to fucking point the finger and fucking blame this and that person for the way that shit is where they're at. And it's like, no, bro, that's not how this shit works. It's not. Like, stop trying to point the finger. Stop trying to fucking fight back against push for people to do fucking better. Let it fucking happen. Like, why are you fighting back against that shit? That doesn't seem right to me.
Because it don't seem right to them. Imagine what people would say. What's entertaining about people kumbaya, right? What's entertainment about us loving each other? What's entertaining about that, right? Correct. I mean, again, I came across a quote the other day. The guy said, "Who was it that said this? He was a white guy too." But everybody that preach love get killed.
Yeah, and that comes back to fucking America loving self-destruction. They love to see people fucking self-destruct, and fuck that. That's bullshit.
Because it's profitable.
Yeah.
Not only are the record labels tied in with the prisons, they tied in with the insurance companies.
Exactly, and that's fucked. That like we have to flip that system on its head, because if we don't flip that system on its head, it's gonna keep continuing to progressively get worse than it fucking is, rather than get better. So that's one of the things that I hate too. And right, like I fell into the trap of trying to make fucking music that was entertaining because of the fucking shit that I was talking about. And I made like 2 songs like that. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? I was like, why am I making shit that sounds cool? Like, I don't fucking need to do that shit. It doesn't need to fucking sound cool, right? Because basically what I did, right, when I released Don't Miss wasn't a song to sound cool. Granted, did it have some of that new shit that people like in it? Yes, it did. I don't know how the fuck I figured out how to do that either. That shit just kind of fucking popped off. But it was a fucking song introducing myself. I had a conversation with Leaf right before I made it. I was like, yo, I was like, for people who haven't listened to me, who don't know who I am yet, like, I feel like I should make a song that's just introducing me, who the fuck I am. Right? And like the fucking one of the first lines that I said that bitch was never gave a fuck about drip.
Right, yeah, right.
No
That's remember we talked about that last time. Yeah, it chose you. It chose you. You didn't
like,
fucking that song made you. You didn't make that song.
Facts. Like I don't like, and that's the other thing too. It was like, even though I was talking about, so because we talked about it last time, when I said don't miss, I never said that I was shooting at anybody. Nah, bro. I just don't miss when I make fucking songs. That's what Don't Miss was about.
Yeah,
Did I
I
talk about doing drugs and that shit? Yeah, I did. But it was an introduction to myself. I was introducing me. I wasn't glamorizing that shit. I wasn't saying you guys should go out and do this. Nah, because what was the song that I fucking released right after that? With myself. And that song is fucking, like, dives deep into that fucking personal battle and that personal struggle. And in that fucking shit, I said, but nobody knows I bought the drugs to put in my nose. Like, I'm not glamorizing that shit. I'm telling you that the place that I was at was not a fucking good place. And you don't fucking want to be there. That's the place that you want to get the fuck out of. Like, so my thing is, like, yeah, I've talked about shit, but I'm not glamorizing it. I have a story to tell. I figured out how to tell that story. I figured out how to say those things to where, yes, it sounds like some of the new shit that everybody wants to listen to, but at the same time, I'm telling people like you don't. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to fucking go down that. You don't want to go down that road. That road is fucking lonely, and it puts you in a bigger fucking hole than what you already were. Bro, at least how the fuck you gonna roast me, bro? What the fuck you mean? These are the perfect tense. Get the fuck out of this. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, so I mean, like, and that's like to me, you have to find a happy medium, right? Because you can make songs that sound cool, like people are making now, but they don't have to be the same fucking content that we've been getting. They don't have to be the same context that we've been getting every fucking time. Every time somebody releases a song, because the type of fucking the context that they're talking about is the shit that's self-destructive. It's the shit that's ruining fucking, you know, younger fucking people's lives. It's the shit that people are just following the shit because they're like, that's how I'm supposed to live. No, the fuck it's not. That means that you're just not fucking thinking for yourself. And if I offend people with that, I don't really give a fuck. That just means that you're not smart enough to understand that there's a fucking spot for you to get out of that shit.
I also I hate the people that say, "Oh, it's just entertainment." Right? I hate when artists come out and say like, if you don't know that it's you don't see people play Grand Theft Auto and then go steal the car. Like, yeah, we actually have seen people steal airplanes, steal cars. Like, this shit is brainwashing. It's brainwashing. It's not anything that you. The weight of your words are heavy. I think that's the part that people might not understand. The weight of your words are heavy.
And that's like another thing. That's why I always go back to fucking Russ. Russ has made an entire fucking career off of nothing but trying to uplift people. That's his whole thing. He doesn't make self-destructive music. He doesn't. And he won't, because that's not him. That's not his message. That's not what he wants people to do. And that's
that's a really good example. I didn't even think about him because he independent as well, right?
Yeah, facts. The only thing that he had when he first started was that little deal that he had with Columbia or whatever, and it was like a 50-50 split, and the only reason that he took that was because he knew it would get him on fucking radio, because they would take care of all that. But then he fucking split ways with them once it wasn't benefiting either one of them, and then started doing his own shit again. So he started off independent, went to the label. Basically, the label was only giving him distribution at a 50-50 split. Right? That's really all they were taking care of. They were like, look, bro, we'll push your music out. That's it. You keep doing what the fuck you're doing. People already like the shit. Like, the label didn't really have anything over his music. They just did distribution and shit. I don't consider it selling out because he went back to his roots and he went fucking independent again. He just saw an opportunity to get his music heard by more people working with them. Because they didn't take any of his masters either.
It's like taking the music and putting it in the Super Bowl commercial. Would you consider that selling out because you're getting in front of more people? Like that? No, probably not. Right? Like, so that's what he did. He went somewhere to get a bigger lane for his music. And I don't think the music changed either. He didn't go to Columbia and start rapping about killing people or singing about killing people. The same message, same music. It just gave him a bigger reach, bigger audience.
When he went to Columbia, he dropped what they want, dollar signs. Yeah, I know that's what they want. Like, right? Like, he was speaking facts. Because, like, he was pretty much talking shit about everybody else that was in the music industry. He's like, I know they want money. That's all they want. That's what the people that are listening to want too. So if they hear somebody sitting there talking about money and shit, right? Like, he wasn't wrong. He was just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that selling out either.
Yeah, no. And he hasn't switched up, right? And that's another thing. That's why I wanted to try and get more into like the melodic and R&B shit. Like I said, I'm still working on my fucking voice. It's not the best. Um, because I don't want to end up getting a fan base, and then when they hear some new shit come out, they're like, "Oh, bro, he's selling out." I don't fucking want that shit. And that's like, I like metal too, but I will never fucking release metal under SPtheGreat. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make an entire fucking different, either a different stage name or use a band name to further that side of my music, right? Because I don't want to be one of those people who's considered a fucking culture vulture and that comes in and pops off and then goes to a different genre and just does that and leaves out the other thing. Like, I love all music. So if I can keep doing SPtheGreat and keep making fucking rap that I like and enjoy, but also do another genre, I will fucking gladly fucking go use a different alias or
Man,
fucking
I
band
can't
name and
wait
do
until
that
you
shit.
stop limiting yourself. I can't fucking wait until you stop worrying about what
I'm
other
not.
people think.
I'm not limiting myself. I just see. Well, see. Look, here's the other thing too, right? Because I think in business, and my other thing is if I make my brand around SPtheGreat, right? I have a certain. I'm in a certain lane with this shit, and I'm not saying like I'm gonna switch when I go to another one because like I just end up being a fucking weed loving fucking metalhead, like fucking little weed loving rapper. Oh, big shock there, right? No, but I think in brands too, as to where I know that if I did stuff, more toward like new metal or like just stuff in like the metal scene, I can make a brand off of
God
that other
damn, my nose
alias.
is itching.
So that way
Okay,
I'm having more than one brand and I'm not people aren't seeing it and they're going like, "Yo, what the fuck is this shit?" Right?
let me ask you a question. Do you enjoy French fries with your hamburgers?
Does a fat kid like cake?
Okay. Have you ever eaten a scoop of ice cream inside of a cone? What about a waffle bowl?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Now, did you know that when McDonald's first, who is largely considered the originator of the burger, the fries coming with a hamburger? Before people were just doing hamburgers, fries didn't come with a hamburger, and ice cream didn't come in cones either. So, do you know that when they created McDonald's, it was three people. Two of the people did not want to add fries to the menus. They only want to do hamburgers. People are not gonna like to eat fries with their hamburgers. And now, do you know that every fucking restaurant serves fries with hamburgers? So, man, listen. If I'm sitting here right now in front of my computer and I hear a metal beat and I got lyrics to it, that shit getting dropped under Bully Hendrix. Because if you don't like it, then I wasn't fucking talking to you.
I'm sending you a fucking metal beat right now. Like,
If it come across, if it I call this shit the office, if it come across my desk and I can put something to it that sounds good, I'm fucking doing it. You think what do you Lil Wayne is considered the icon? Is that
all
you
right.
thought did they say that he should be skateboarding? Hell no. Everybody told him, man, don't do that shit. You with a wallet chain. What are you doing? Rockstar. You an alien. You're not a human. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? We hear Jay Z come out on the fucking BET Awards or whatever award show that was. He's the biggest voice in hip hop. He denounces auto tune, and then Wayne and Kanye go crazy with auto tune. Now they are two of the biggest artists. Man, if you don't like it, then we ain't talking to you.
God damn it.
Otherwise, I'm fucking SP the Great, and I fucking like metal, and I fucking like R&B, and I fucking like pop, and I fucking like whatever the fuck I like. And you go get these French fries with these hamburgers, and if you don't want French fries with your burger, bitch, then don't order fries. Period.
Before
And I can't
before I
wait till because fuck what they gonna say. Fuck them. Fuck,
before
fuck,
I
fuck, fuck them. Most of the people that will judge you, we talked about this before, are people that make music and don't make good music as good as music as you. So the only way that they can feel any type of, oh, I would never do that. We know, and that's why you are whoever the fuck you are, and I am who the fuck I am, because I would go and do that. I got a song right now called Greatest, and when I first made Greatest, the guy I used to be cool with at the time sent it to him. him and his girl said on the FaceTime, they was clowning me like, "Oh, you just over there getting high doing anything. You just smoking weed and just doing whatever." When I finally released the song 2 years later, they both hit me up like, "Man, this song is fucking genius." Right? Because you don't understand when Drake released Honestly Nevermind, he doing fucking dance hall and house music. Everybody is like, what the fuck is he doing? It's over. It's over for him. And then 2 years later, every fucking rapper was trying to find a dance hall beat. Every fucking rapper was starting to try and do house music. Now we not gonna credit Drake with the origination of fucking house music because where I come from, shit, they been doing it. We used to go to parties and they would play house music that didn't even have lyrics to it, and the whole fucking house will go crazy, right? You get Lil Jon turned down for what? That's his biggest fucking record. He only say 4 words on the whole fucking song.
Facts. Before I respond to that, yo, AKS, thank you. I appreciate you. If you like shit like this, I usually go live every Saturday. I'll probably start doing week stuff when I have guests on, but I appreciate you. Um, nah, man, fuck, dude, you're right, bro. Look. I'm gonna be honest. You just did the same fucking shit to me that fucking Leaf always does. So I felt like I was getting a lecture from Leaf again. I gotta get both of you in a fucking group chat together. To be honest, like
Man, yeah, man. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. I don't like when dope people listen to the opinions of people that's not dope because they not fucking dope, and that's why they think like that. But you are dope, and you have an expansive mind enough to believe that you think you can change the world. Don't so stop thinking what you can't do. You actually really think like I can change the way that people consume music and what they find entertaining. So because I don't like what I see and what I hear, I'm gonna go do it my fucking way. And you should always keep that fucking attitude. Because if you don't, guess what? You will be the motherfucker that could have been great, or if you had the chance, I had the opportunity, you'll be telling your fucking grandkids, yeah, I could have been whoever the fuck their favorite rapper is at the time. I remember Eminem said that in the song. He said, "Before you know it, I'll be 40 on the porch drinking 40s with a bottle of Jacks with grandkids in my lap, babysitting for Haley while Haley's out getting smashed." Like, motherfucker, you would be sitting on your fucking porch telling stories about who you could have been. But
yeah, no
you
shit.
told yourself, oh, I can never do that. I can never, they never gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna even drop the song. And you drop the fucking song, and it be the song that everybody is like, oh fuck, this is amazing. Like, yeah, nah, fuck that shit. I just feel like, man, I'm gonna just go hard and get better every day. Every time I record something, I'm gonna get better. Every time I write something, I'm gonna get sharper. Every time, and then whoever like it, and whoever don't, because that's music is therapeutic. That's why I say the music, you don't get to choose to do music. I never wanted to be a rapper. I didn't want to do this shit. I wanted to be a fucking. I wanted to be the president, honestly, but everybody kept telling me I couldn't be the president. So, you know, but you know what I mean. When I found a more practical dread, I was a kid, right? If I would have been a teenager, somebody would have told me that we probably would have had to fight because I believed in myself for a long time. So, but I didn't want to be a rapper, and shit, so somehow, some way, I found the way into music because music chose me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the way that shit go, man. That's the way that shit goes. So if you want to do a fucking metal song, do that shit. Do
I
that
got a
shit.
couple that I'm thinking about. I know Leaf sent me one.
Yeah, do that shit. Fuck it, and release that shit under SPtheGreat so they can know who the fuck it was.
Yeah,
They
you
can know
right.
who the
You
fuck it
right.
was. Otherwise, you know, if the dog would have listened to his partners, his partners at McDonald's, we would still only be eating hamburgers and eating ice cream out of fucking plastic cups because nobody wants people to come.
That's funny as shit.
And if you don't do it, someone else is gonna do it, and you're gonna hate the way they do
God damn it, man. Yeah, you right. You right. There's a lot of people that do that shit they like. There's one motherfucker that I hate that fucking. He's like, I was the first person to do rap and metal, and fucking Leaf knows who the fuck I'm talking about. That motherfucker, yeah, dude is dumb as shit. Sauce Man, If you're referring to this glass, nah, bro, this is just like a regular beer glass. I just so happened to find out that my fucking gin and Sprite mixture fits perfectly in that bitch, where I can sip that shit and have a couple of them and don't get way fucked up. Which reminds me, I need a refill, so I'm gonna see if I can play this beat while I go and get some fucking shit to redo my drink. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this shit. You gotta play it for you. Can you hear that beat playing?
Me?
Yeah.
Nope, I can't. I can't hear no beat.
Well, fuck. I don't. I don't think I know how to fucking add fucking music to this shit yet. Damn, that sucks. Hold on, let's see if I can. 5293 800 447 5293. I don't fucking think that I know how to fucking play this shit through here, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Jerry? Yo, what's up, Mandy? Oh, AKS, you said you heard it? All right, dope. I'm gonna replay that shit. I gotta go and refill my drink real quick. Bully, I will be right back real quick. I'm gonna play this beat. This is a SP original beat. Bully, if you got your phone up, you'll probably be able to hear it on your phone. Cause
Yeah, I'm about to turn my phone up right now.
Yo, what's up, Mandy? Now it's not even gonna fucking work, is it? Can you guys hear it playing fucking music in chat? This shit about to make me mad.
Hey, you might as well go ahead and send me this, big fella.
Yeah, you like that shit? I stopped it since I'm back in here. Can you hear me? You say you can't hear me on top? Motherfucker. Bully, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You kind of low again, but I can hear you.
Oh, word, I'm low again. All right. Is that better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jerry, is that better? I don't. I guys, I don't understand what the fuck is going on with the voice shit for real.
I think it's because your music coming out the speakers and your voice not coming out the speakers.
Where is the music still playing though?
I don't know.
Because I thought I stopped it.
Guys, I don't understand what the fuck is. No, the music not playing no more.
All right, better, better, better.
I mean, on YouTube, I can hear you like loud and clear on YouTube, but on here it's not that loud.
All right. Shit. Well, what do we want to jump back into? Because I know we were in a hot topic for a minute. Shit. Give me 1 second. Fucking. Yo, what's up?
Hello, brother. So, is like the input on your audio interface all the way turned up?
Fuck. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Fucking my chat mod's trying to fucking help me out real quick. Is my input all the way up? Is what you said?
Yeah, you have everything up on the computer digitally, but like is the actual interface turned up?
So I just turned my input up because I think I had it on fucking playback. Can you hear it? Does it sound better now?
I have to go check. I have to hang up in order to check.
All right, well, hang up and let me know in chat. Does it sound better now that I turn my inputs up? I don't know. Like, I don't know if it fucking is making a difference or not. I fucked this shit up somehow. I don't know, guys. I'm fucking new to the stream shit, so bear with me. We're trying to fucking get this shit figured out so the next ones aren't so bad. But I had a bunch of fucking bullshit happen. It shut my mics off and shit. All right. Well, it'll be all right. I know we were talking about fucking just not giving a fuck, making music and releasing what the fuck I want to make. Hendrix, you still there? You frozen? Yo, Hendrix.
Huh?
Oh, there you are. I was trying to see if you were frozen or not because I was talking to you.
Oh no, I ain't even hear what you said. I was over here. I told you I've been in the studio all day, so I had started mixing this song before we jumped on here, and then I was just listening to it. So I have muted my mic and shit, so y'all wouldn't hear it all through the damn shit.
I know we were talking about just making music and fucking releasing it, and not giving a fuck what nobody has to say.
Yeah, man. Listen. I feel like that about every aspect of life. Whatever it is that you feel called to do, that you can do, it's your responsibility to do. That's just my opinion on it, right? Because obviously you got that call from somewhere. What if the only way that you could express how you felt was fucking screaming at the top of your lungs? You supposed to hold on to that shit and find a way to say it in the monotone?
Yo, honestly, like, you saying that actually just fucking sent chills down my spine, for real. Like, when you said that, I had, like, flashbacks to fucking high school, bro. I was like, damn. I was like, he's got a good point. I was like, because I was always doing that shit. Like, I was an angry fucking kid, bro. I didn't know how to fucking let that shit out the right way. Like, and I never thought about doing vocals and shit, right? Like, I mean, I fucked around with them, like, me and Leaf. You know, like, Leaf was teaching me a little bit when I was younger and shit, and like there was just something, like, I never really had actually planned on, like, ever being a front man or being the guy behind the fucking mic, right? Like, I was sitting behind a fucking set from fucking age 12 to fucking 19, like I was just fucking, I was banging on fucking drums, bro. I was like, I'm pissed off. I'm gonna get this shit out and play some fucking dope shit. And that fucking progressed. It's some different shit now.
I mean, do you think? I think about it in the sense of experience is universal, right? Like you don't just have an experience because you black, or you have a different experience because you white or Asian, Chinese, Mexican, fucking Lebanon, Indian, right? The only thing that what how you express it is what shapes who you are as a person. You see what I mean? So if you that's why I don't give a fuck who said what about what. Because motherfucker, look, I just watched NLE Chopper. He got a podcast. He had Bobby. I don't know how to say her last name, so I won't start with an A. But he had her on there, and
Oh,
she
Bobby
talked about how
Altoff.
yeah, that lady. She talked about how when she was 14, she wanted to kill herself. Now, when I was 14, and this is what NLE Chopper said too, when I was 14, I didn't want to kill myself, but I don't think I gave a fuck about what happened in terms of, like, bro, I was fucking struggling in poverty. I don't give a fuck what happened tomorrow. And so the idea might not be to go in my bathroom and pop a bunch of pills and die on the floor. I don't know, I might die outside in the shootout. But the point is, why the fuck are you 14 indulging in shootouts? Like, well, where the fuck would you even get that idea from? And it's not from no fucking rap music because my mom or dad didn't listen to rap music. So this the conditions that you brought up here, and that's the experience. Her experience might not have been a fucking shootout at 14, but who the fuck will have a 14-year-old think about popping pills and dying on her fucking bathroom floor?
I mean, so
Now,
like that's the fucking like the thing, right? And that's where when I start talking, when I have like a lot of my deeper shit that I'm talking about in my music and shit, right? Like I was there, but I was there at a fucking younger age. Um, like that shit hit me like around 10, right? And like what 10-year-olds thinking about fucking dying, bro? And it's like it sounds like a weird thing, right? But I'm gonna talk about it because it's my personal experience. Like that shit has made me who the fuck I am. Like I don't really give a fuck, who has to say what. Like I've put a fucking gun in my mouth. Have you fucking? Do you know what it's like? Like I'll make fucking jokes about shit like that all the time, and people will be like, "You can't fucking joke about shit like that." I'm like, well, the weird thing is, like, I was on the other end of that. So you tell me when it's okay for me to fucking like say shit about that, right? Like I've already been there a couple fucking times. I'm still here though. Like obviously there is a fucking reason, and like I
right,
know
it's
it's
a
not the
reason.
same experience for everybody, but that's like another thing. Like you said, everything's about life experience, right? Like, and when most people fucking like look at me, like they don't think about some of the shit that I fucking rap about. I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to think that. But I'm not out here fucking making music about shit that I haven't fucking done. Like,
Because
and
that
that's
would be
like,
fucking lame.
yeah, and
That
that's
would
like
be fucking lame.
I got a fucking song that I started for the album that I wanted to drop, fucking Spillmatic, right? Because like honestly, like my dad gave me the idea for the album name, right? Because like I grew up listening to Nas with him. He got me into fucking Nas and shit, and I was like, what the fuck was I gonna call that shit? I was gonna call it I don't even remember what the fucking name that I thought of was, but I know that he looked at me. He was like, "Why don't you call it Spillmatic? Like it's got your SP at the front of it." Like, and you're just telling like your story from where you came from. Like he was telling his story where he came from, and I was like, damn. I was like, you got a
That's
fucking
fucking
good
dope.
point.
Spillmatic. That's fucking crazy when you think about. That's kind of what. Ooh wee. You gotta be talking some real shit on that.
I
Spillmatic. That's crazy. I like that. I like that. I
I'm
like that.
wondering if I should drop a couple of the fucking lyrics from
I like that.
one of the fucking songs that I was working on in this motherfucker or not. I'm gonna fucking do it, bro. Cause like I don't think I fucking sent it to you, and honestly, like some of this shit, it lets you kind of dive a little bit deeper into like some of my background. without me like having to actually like sit here and fucking tell you a story just through the fucking word of mouth.
Man, that's a fucking crazy name, Spillmatic. I could that shit just kept through me for a loop right there. I like that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Spillmatic.
Uh,
That's kind of goddamn.
I got fucking hundreds of fucking songs that I've started in this bitch. So like I'm trying to find it fast without like fucking anything up.
Nah, man, take your time. Shit, take your time. We not in no rush. Where we going?
So I'm gonna see if
Where
I
we
can
going?
find the best. So I'm gonna give a couple bars and that's about it. And then I'm gonna leave it at that. One, because I don't want the shit stolen, but two, because I feel like you got to hear this shit to understand what the kind of the album's gonna go. I
Right.
don't really
See what
have a
Mandy said? Music is a form of release for many people. And that could just be you listening to the music, right? You
facts.
releasing the music through the idea of, damn, this fucking person that I never met before is understand how I feel right now today, right? It's why breakup songs are probably like the number one genre because everybody been dumped before. Everybody been cheated on. Everybody been heartbroken. Every fucking body done. If you could tally these people up that's watching right now, it's four people watching. Tally them up. I guarantee you, not near one of them will tell you they never thought about killing themselves.
I mean, and that's another reason why I fell in love with metal, right? Because I was angry and I didn't know why, and like I took that shit out on myself because I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. And there was a lot of songs. There were certain songs that I listened to that like that shit actually fucking helped. That was what I needed to hear in order to continue doing what the fuck I was doing. Um, but so like some of the bars from this, and this is definitely gonna give you an idea how this fucking album is gonna go. I don't really have a flow for it yet. I still gotta fix some shit and make it line up. But so like this would be the second. I do like a 4 bar group or whatever the fuck you want to say. So it'd be dad's homeboy was shot in the school parking lot. From what I would call, that was just 2 blocks from my spot. Waking up to tapping on the window. Pops was handed a 38 snub and shit got hot. Like, so if that tells you any which way of where this album is headed, it's gonna be wild, bro. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking sent that shit to my dad. Like straight up, I fucking sent him that shit, and I was like, "Hey, I think this is one of those times when I gotta ask you if it's okay if I fucking use this shit."
Right,
And he
yeah.
fucking messaged me back, and he said, "That shit was fucking fire." And I was like, "All right, man, that's the only answer I
Say,
needed.
good to
That's the
go.
only
You
answer
up.
I needed."
Yeah, you up. You up.
So it's gonna have a lot. It's gonna be different, bro. It's gonna like it's definitely gonna be something that like I have to take my time with. And I know Leaf says this shit all the time. He's like, some people take years to fucking release an album. So I know it's something that I'm definitely gonna have to take time with. I'm gonna have to find like the right fucking beats or like beats that I make and shit. Like I gotta move this one a little bit slower than I would like to. But it doesn't even really matter because like you've seen all the shit that I've sent you in like the past fucking week. Like I got fucking like 3 or 4 songs that are getting ready to fucking drop. So it's not like I'm not working on other fucking music at the same time.
Yeah, you don't gotta. You like listen. I haven't. I think I dropped. I put a project out. I put 2 projects out the day before Thanksgiving last year. And then I dropped the project on October 6th. So all of that music from October 6th to November 23rd was recorded between November 6th and or between October 6th and November 23rd. So I recorded 7 songs today.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's what I like to hear.
You see what I mean? So the output depends on the what you got to talk about. Yeah. Now imagine every experience I've had since November 23rd. Since it's all content, right? At this point, it's all taking it and saying I went through this, I did this happened, and that's how your album will be, right? You take some things that you already been through, some shit that you experience, and the experience could have I just seen it, right? Like you just talked about Pops with the 38. You weren't necessarily handling the 38, but Pops was. So I seen that it shaped something in me that made me feel like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? It was what they call it, that fucking movie Inside Out, a core memory, right? And then you express that core memory to your audience based on the fact that if they listening to you, they already resonate with something that you fucking said. You know, and that's what makes music so subjective because everybody not gonna like every fucking song you do, even if they like you, right? Like my mom told me the other day, she said the people that you are disconnected from, they can't listen to your music because they know that the song is about them, even if you don't. And sometimes they'll resonate in the other direction, like this motherfucker talking about me. I mean, he's not necessarily talking about me, but the shit that he's talking about that people hope, the lame shit that people do, I do that lame shit, so I can't support that. And then you'll have the people that has been through it. So your album, man, listen, listen, man, listen. Shit, Kendrick Lamar only drop every 5 years, and his shit be mid to me, but it's a lot of people that like it. There's a lot of people that like it. Yeah.
Bro, we already had that conversation. Like I'm done talking about Drake and J. Cole and fucking Kendrick for real. Alright, like I got my opinion out there. I'm done.
Yeah,
I can't deal with that shit anymore. But I mean that's like the other thing, like how we were talking about earlier with like experiences shit. Like most people look at me and they probably be like, oh, I mean that dude hasn't fucking struggled. Shit, bro. I remember getting off the fucking bus, I don't know, fucking 6, 7. I'm getting ready to fucking go back in the house. Like, both my parents are at work and shit. I'm about to be the only one home. And I'm walking home, and there's some fucking dude at my house fucking shutting the power off. And when he was leaving, he had a fucking smile on his face fucking looking at me.
Yeah, oh man, and see, that's another thing that we can relate on. I mean, listen, you gotta have been through some type of struggle. You said it'd be fucking -19 where you live at. That struggle is fucking up. Being cold. Like that
I mean, don't get me wrong. It don't get like that all the time, but it'll get cold as shit. It gets cold in the mountains. I mean, last winter, it wasn't too fucking bad. Honestly, it kind of pissed me off. But
hey, on a quick side note, you ever notice how they say that? Well, maybe you just did because you said it was 102 there today. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna ask that question. But I was always wondering why the fuck climate change don't impact the summer because it hasn't been that hot in Michigan, but they say it's warmer. The winters are warmer because due to climate change. Why the summer's not fucking getting hotter?
So now here's the thing, right? And this is what I fucking can't stand. And there's probably gonna be some people who don't like this shit. And nah, this isn't fucking music related, but who gives a fuck? Because we're talking about life shit right now. The climate's always been fucking changing, bro. What the fuck did they say in the 70s? Oh, global warming is going to destroy the planet in 10 years. What the fuck did they say in the 80s? Oh, global warming is going to destroy the planet in 10 years. What they say in the 90s? Global warming is going to destroy the planet in 10 years. What they say in the 2000s? Same fucking shit.
Yeah,
They've been saying this shit since like the 60s or the 70s, bro. So I get tired of hearing that shit, right? Like, I don't give a fuck. And most people aren't even fucking paying attention to the weather patterns. Because last year we had a fucking La Nina come through, right? So yeah, it's pushing fucking warm weather. That's what it is. It makes the fucking summers hotter, and then or El Nino.
Yeah, one of them bitches. Yeah.
So El Nino makes the shit hotter, right? And then El Nina makes the shit colder. So guess what just pushed in behind that fucking El Nino? El Nino came right back. So this winter's probably gonna suck ass. 100%. But here's the thing. I remember when I was fucking 10 and I had to go out to work with my dad and shit, it's 110 fucking degrees outside. So this was 14 years ago, almost 15 years ago. It's 110 degrees outside. There's a heat index. Nobody's supposed to be outside unless they have to. We're working because we have to fucking.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
Shit. Right? So what happened this year? Because last year it didn't get in the fucking 100. It might have hit 100 one day. But there's been like 2 weeks this summer down here where it's gotten over 100, but that's just the heat index. That's real feel. That's not actually what the temperature is. The temperature is like, when I said it was 102, it was like 96, but real feel was 102. So we gotta understand like shit like that, right? Because the Earth has its own natural fucking heat patterns. It has its own natural fucking climate change. It's been doing it for thousands of fucking years. If we like, technically, we're still in a fucking ice age because all the shit's fucking still frozen up in fucking the North Pole and shit. Like, we're technically still in an ice age, and people don't understand that. And I'm like, everything fucking changes. It's gonna fucking change. We can't reverse climate control, bro. What the fuck are we gonna do? Send Elon Musk up to outer space with a fucking rocket? Change the shit for us. Drop some AI on it. Put fucking Tesla to fucking drop some Tesla batteries in the fucking sky and change fucking global warming. No, bro. It's not how that shit works. It's not how it works. And America always wants to be the fucking the end all fucking be all save everybody and shit. When China's putting out fucking almost 60% of the fucking pollution of the fucking world. 60 to 70 because they have no regulations. But yet we gotta fucking suffer over here because of all that bullshit. Nah, fuck that. That's not that shit. I fucking like that. I mean, I get it. I'm not denying fucking global warming. I'm not denying that it's not a fucking thing. I'm not denying that we might not be fucking speeding it up, or we might be speeding it up. But the Earth has its own fucking natural weather patterns. It is what it is. Like, we can't fucking what are we gonna do? Fucking change it? We can't.
As well as the Earth having its own corrective measures as well, right? Because the Earth is a living, breathing organism, like your body.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's like, if you want to get on like a spiritual level and shit, that's like when you go out and you cut fucking trees and shit down, just because you can't hear that fucking tree scream doesn't mean that it actually isn't fucking screaming, right? Because it's a living, breathing thing just like us. So like,
and it doesn't mean that you don't have consequences for that, right?
Yeah.
It's a consequence to it.
And that's like, that's what, typically, like, I don't like to touch those fucking topics. I mean, it, like, to me, there's too much controversy in that shit, and I fucking hate doing that shit. And then it always leads back to fucking politics, and I am not a fucking political person, so like, fuck that. I'm not gonna deal with that shit. I mean, opposed from that though, right? Like, I mean, and see, that's like something that you brought up. So like, there could be fucking people who make music about that shit to put it in people's fucking ears and help them change that shit. One of my favorite metal vocalists, Alex Terrible from fucking Slaughter to Prevail. He took a video. I think it was either like a short or live or some shit, and he moved from Russia to Florida when Russia invaded Ukraine, and he was like, "Yo, fuck that shit. Ukraine's our brothers. Like, we don't support this shit. That's why we moved." Like, they completely moved from their country and fucking came here because they were like, "We don't support that shit." He took a video picking up trash on the side of the road, and he was like, "Guys, pick up your trash." He was like, "You have a beautiful fucking country." He's like, "Where I come from in Russia, it's dirty as fuck. Pick up your trash. Don't be an asshole. Like, do the right thing." He was like, "Because this place is so much cleaner than where I came from." So like, you hear shit like that, like, yeah, there are fucking people in music who can make a difference just by fucking putting shit like that out there.
What's the name? Because I gotta shout it out. What's the name of the song? The Lily song?
Oh damn! I said it at the beginning and I can't even remember it now.
Right. Damn.
Oh, dude, motherfucker!
I'm gonna have to go.
Leaf, what did I tell you? What song did I tell you that Bully liked?
Oh, Lie to Me. Hey, I just want to shout you out for the Lie to Me joint. That shit is fire. I like that song. I like that song. When I heard it, it made me want to do work with you. Like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go and do a little collabby lab because I like the cadence or the voice, the way that the pitch in your voice on there. I really thought it was dope.
I told him since he lied to me, he's definitely got to go out and check Already Know. Because if you listen to Already Know, he did like the little like backing vocals in the background for that shit too.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a deep dive for sure. Cause, like I said, I like to get the full scope of an artist. You don't really get the. You can't identify a great artist off of one song. So.
Also, don't let him lie to you because he always goes, "I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper." Go listen to some of his rap shit and let him stop fucking lying to you. And Leaf, stop fucking lying. Stop lying to everybody, bro. Ain't nobody wants you to fucking lie about that shit. Just make the goddamn music.
You getting on
Y'all,
your ass now, Reese.
y'all been getting on my ass tonight, bro. And fucking Leaf always be getting on my ass. You fucking stop fucking lying. Stop saying I don't rap. Fucking make that shit, bro. I've heard you do shit. You got that fucking one on our mixtape on the fucking Stoner's Choice. You got like the best fucking stoner track on that bitch. And you go sit here and talk about auto rap. No, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm a roast the fuck out of you. I can't type to you. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of you right now. You haven't even released your best shit yet. Well, wait, hey, guess what? Do it. You won't, pussy. Nah, bro. I gotta send you. Leaf, have you released that one that we put on the fucking Stoner's Choice? Because if you haven't, I need you to send me that shit. And if you have, send me the link so I can send it to Bully. Because that shit fucking icy, bro.
Yeah. Send me all the links. Let me get acquainted with the what bro do.
You got a CD player in your car? I have to ask people this because some people don't.
I do.
Fucking private DM me your fucking address and I'll mail you 2 copies.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
Bet. I'll give that shit out to and like people who want the fucking mixtapes. Like y'all can be mad about this shit, but I will give them out to other artists for free. Especially because if I work with the fucking artists, like we're gonna end up making music to fucking make money together anyhow. But if you actually want to support me as like if you're a fan and you want to support me, it's $5 for a fucking mixtape, bro. You're gonna fucking spend $5. You're gonna spend $6 on a fucking Starbucks coffee. You can pay $5 if you want to support me with my fucking mixtape. I know you got your other phone up.
The music.
He just sent a
Yeah,
link
I clicked on
shit,
it.
yeah.
I just saved the link. I just copied the link. I'm about to it's pulled up, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna copy the link.
Help me post the fucking mixtapes on fucking Bandcamp if you're gonna post them on Etsy. Actually, we're probably gonna have to do that.
Bandcamp really good. It's like direct to consumer too.
Facts, exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do because like these streaming platforms are fucking us. So if you're free this weekend, message me. We can get some shit done this weekend because I honestly don't got shit to do. All right, Hendrix, I appreciate having you on. I am gonna go ahead and bring my other boy onto this because I'll probably end up wrapping it up once me and him are done. So as always, I appreciate you coming on. We always have a good ass conversation.
I appreciate you having me, big dog. Let me any time. Let me know.
Bet, I got you.
For sure, brother.
All right. So I'm gonna bring this other guy on. I gotta send him the link real quick. His name is Austin. He's another dope artist. He's got a song out that he just dropped that is pretty fucking fire, to be honest. All right, Leaf, don't accept this link. I'm gonna send you this link because I gotta copy it on my phone and then text it to him so he can join. Chat, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm happy y'all tuned in. I appreciate you fucking kicking it with me for a little bit. If he accepts the link, it's just gonna put his face on here, and then he's gonna have to talk. So I know he's not gonna open it. Mandy, I know this is like your favorite stream. Did you leave? Sauce Man, why you gotta be so scared, bro? Zesty as always. I'm happy you used that choice of words. That was dope. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Sipping on some fucking gin and Sprite, so it's not too bad of a Friday night. Never leaving. That's funny as shit. I appreciate you. I'm hoping he still joins. I don't know if it's too late or not. Because I told him that I was going to bring him on toward the end. Bro, don't let women scare you, bro. What? Why? Why? They're not scary. Drink some fucking water. Get the fuck over it. You said unless I pass out like a bitch? Bro. Do I... Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. I'm hoping that he's still awake. I would like to talk to him. He's pretty dope. I gotta add more music and shit in here too, so I can fucking actually play fucking music. Sauce. I just don't understand how the fuck that, like, Mandy is not that bad. She can be a little wild at sometimes in chat, but she's not that bad. I feel like I probably should have fucking texted Austin earlier. So, Austin, if you see this, accept that link, bro. Let's get you in here. If I should have got him to send me his MP3 file of the new song that he just released, Flowers, because that shit was pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of auto-tune. I will say that, but I feel like he did a good job. Because if he doesn't join, I might end up finishing this. Because like you guys know that my usual schedule is Saturday at 9, where I usually just do my whole show. So if he doesn't pop in, which I would like to see him pop one for real. Especially since I figured out that this shit was actually streaming to Facebook the whole time. So if you watch on Facebook, my bad. I didn't realize, because I had a message that popped up that said that I couldn't live stream on Facebook when I first did this. I guess Streamlabs fucking bypasses that. So I had no idea when I was doing this shit that my fucking box was as small as it was. So I do apologize for anybody who watches on Facebook for that, because I had no idea. If you guys, so I mean, I don't know if you guys actually pay attention to the artists that you listen to, but if you do, what is your, excuse me, who is your favorite independent artist right now? I'm not gonna lie, I found a new one recently. Deagle Kid. If you haven't heard Deagle Kid, I think it's Toxins is the track name. Hold on, I'm gonna check right now just so I don't tell you guys the wrong shit. Yeah, Deagle Kid Toxins. For real. If you like Dro Kenji or like a Juice World type of thing going on, you guys will fucking absolutely love Deagle Kid. Deagle Kid's the shit. And Deagle Kid, if you see this shit, if you end up seeing this live, hit me the fuck up, because I want to do a song with you, bro. I fucking tagged your shit on my Facebook. So I am definitely awaiting a response. I would love to fucking work with you, bro. But like I said, if Austin doesn't hit me back, I will probably wrap this up. Bloodleaf, come on, bro. Look, bro. Like, I appreciate it, but we both know that there are way better independent artists out there right now. And the only reason that I won't pick the people that I'm close with is because they know that I fuck with their shit. So I don't want to be trying fucking dick riding the people that I work with. I would, like, DBL definitely has some good shit. DBL's at a show right now. Shout out DBL. I hope you're fucking killing your performance. They asked me and Leaf to go to that show. It was in West Virginia. We got too short of notice, sadly. I mean, I think he had told us like Wednesday, and I was like, bro, I can't fit that in. Like, I can't make that shit work. Like, I had no idea what time I was going to be off fucking work. Other shit that I had to fucking do. I honestly fucking barely remember any of my tracks right now. I fucking brain dumped that shit after the first show because I needed to fucking listen to some other music other than my own shit. Don't get me wrong, I like my own shit. I'm not saying I don't want to listen to it because it's fucking bad. I'm saying I don't want to listen to it because I listened to it so goddamn much getting ready for that fucking show that I did. I have a feeling that he's not going to end up joining. I know I saw him share that shit earlier, but I sent him the fucking link and I sent him another text and he hasn't. Yeah, that was like an hour ago. He hasn't hit me back yet, so we might end up having to bring him on another show for real. Yo, Sav, if you're in here, I appreciate you. My guy, my boy Straight Savvy. If you guys haven't looked up Straight Savvy yet, you guys need to go fucking check his streams out. For real. If you go on my Facebook page, you can find me fucking share his shit all the time. That fucking dude is dope as shit. So Sav, if you're watching this, I appreciate the fucking share, bro. I'm waiting for fucking Austin. He was supposed to come on. I don't know if he's going to come on. I might have to fucking tag him in a post. Try and blow up his fucking phone with notifications. Straight Savvy is dope as shit too. Straight Savvy fucking he does way more. He does a lot for fucking independent artists for real, right? Like he has people that he plays their fucking music for and shit. And he uses his platform to help us out for free. Like that dude is fucking. That dude's the shit for real, and he has no filter. He don't give a fuck. He does what he does, and that's straight savvy. That's straight savvy all the way. So, for real, shout out to him. He's got some shit in the works too that I haven't heard anything about. I don't know what's going on with that. I know he told me that I was part of the team, but I don't necessarily know where he's actually, like, what we're actually doing, what he's actually doing with that shit. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, look at that! I just blew my fucking face up, nice and big. I gotta fix that shit now because that shit is way zoomed in. Boop. It looks a little bit better. St. Vincent. I feel like I heard St. Vincent. I feel like I heard that name somewhere. Sauce Man, what the fuck do you mean? What's on my screen? Are you talking about? Are you trying to figure out what's in my glasses? It's my fucking Streamlabs, bro. You fucking goofy ass. Like that right there. You see where my fucking finger's pointing? Fucking right here. That's my fucking face that I'm looking at. You're right. You're absolutely right. Leaf could join. I don't know if he's going to. I would actually appreciate if he would. That would be pretty dope. I mean, the only thing is he can't mod while he's in here, but it would be dope as shit if he would actually join. Quit being a little bitch. Hop on here and spit the fucking shit with me. Actually, Leaf, just join. I already sent you the fucking link. We'll keep this fucking stream going for a little bit longer. Spit some shit. Talk about some shit that we're working on. I got Mandy. I need you to send me a link for St. Vincent. Go live with me and bro. What the fuck does that even mean? Just hop on the fucking live. You're already on your phone. You're already on your phone. Like there's not even enough fucking space for you to get live in this bitch. You don't need to be set up to fucking stream, bro. Go fucking chill outside or some shit. It's literally on your phone. You'll just be talking into your phone. Well, send a fucking link in the Discord that you're in with Leaf, and then get him to send it to me. All right. Well, Leaf is gonna keep on making fucking excuses. So I guess I'm gonna talk about the shit that we're doing by ourselves. Or sorry, by myself. Actually, hold on. Austin just hit me up. All right, bet. So I think Austin's going to join. I got to send him a link through Facebook, and then he should be in here. I'm hoping. I'm happy he hit me up because I was kind of about to fucking wrap it up if he didn't hit me up soon. So I appreciate y'all for fucking coming and hanging out. And let me try to get through this shit. It's not gonna fucking let me paste, is it? There we go. That should work. Why the fuck does it keep pulling this meta bullshit up? That's crazy. So I don't have it set up to where I can see my my Facebook fucking comments because I'm an amateur. So I just started seeing all these motherfuckers. Jay, you funny as shit. You funny as shit, bro. He said you making my nipples hard. Jay, I would love to fucking come on and talk. I guess it just depends. Yeah, I know I'm lacking, bro. I know I'm lacking. I've been trying to I guess it just depends on what time you go on, because I go on at 9. You're gonna have to teach me how to do this fucking Streamlabs shit too, because I don't know how to pull up the fucking comments for Facebook, because I have it set up for. Oh wait, hold on. Because I can pull up my There it goes. There it goes. Dope. Alright, never mind. I figured it out. My bad. I didn't even see that button. I don't even fucking pay attention. Damn. Motherfucker caught me lacking. But I think Austin should be in here in a minute. So that'd be dope. Mike, if you're in here, I appreciate you for hanging out, my bro. Yo, what's up, Austin?
What's going on? I'm
Nah,
trying to get
lot.
this. I gotta get in my room real quick.
You're all good. I gotta adjust our faces and shit so we fit.
1 second, sorry. Get the light on. There we go.
Straight savvy out here, put me on blast, catching me fucking lacking with doing the stream shit.
Hold on, here we go, here we go. How do I... Is everything... You see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I'm trying to figure out how to adjust this shit so we can both fit. I'm not the best at this shit yet.
No, I've only messed with Streamlabs a couple times, dude. I'm still confused.
I've learned a couple tricks and shit, but as far as actually getting shit set up right, I'm not the fucking best at it. So your face is gonna be a little bit bigger than mine on the Facebook one. That's for sure.
Video. Let me see if I can put. Wonder if I hook this up real quick. I don't know if I can hear with this on or not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yep.
All right, sweet. So, if you just want to go ahead, introduce yourself, let the people know about Austin. Is your stage name you just go by your regular name?
No, I go by AKS.
Okay. So you were the one that was in the stream. Dope.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So, my bad, guys. I accidentally doxed this man. Forget what the fuck I said. His name's AKS. I had no fucking idea. I feel like
No, you're good. You're good.
Which is crazy because I listened to that shit on YouTube and I paid no attention to the name. I just listened to that shit.
That's dope. No, you're good, bro. You're good. Yeah. I just go by AKS. I just call myself an artist. Really, I rap, sing, just do a little bit of anything. Just make music, Just trying to make music, and been doing that for about 15 years now. It's up and down, still up and down. Not nowhere near where I want to be, but you just keep going. Especially if you got the passion for it, you never stop. So no matter what comes, 0 views, 1,000 views, it don't matter. You just keep going, and music definitely saved my life, man. That's why I'm here for sure. That's like my biggest thing is it saved my life multiple times. So
I feel that for real. Yo, what up, Brandon? What's up, Savvy? Thanks for shouting this shit out. Nah, man. Like I said, I was talking about flowers earlier, and like honestly, so like I'm gonna be 100%. Like I'm not a fan of auto tune.
yeah.
I thought that you actually did a good job with the auto tune. I wasn't sitting there like, damn, I don't want to listen to this shit now. Like I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not bad, but I mean, the fucking verses.
I appreciate it.
I was like, damn, all right.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I used to hate on autotune like a lot. I really did, but now that I have had access to it, you know, I just mess with it. It's like kind of experiment with it, you know what I'm saying? Just see what it does and stuff. Sometimes it sounds pretty cool. Sometimes it's like, you know, but
it's like I had a hook. I sent Savvy the demo of one of the songs that I was working on. I didn't even have a fucking second verse to it yet, but I had the chorus in it and I sang it. I'm sitting there and I put auto-tune on that shit, and I like was playing it and I was like, wait a second. I was like, you can't even fucking hear the auto-tune. I was like, I didn't think that I hit the fucking pitches like I was supposed to. I like auto-tune access for that because I can actually, while I'm recording, kind of watch like I can watch it move up and down the piano. So I know where I kind of need to be at, and if I need to do another take, I'm like, okay, so I have to like raise my larynx or like whatever the fuck I have to do to get that sound.
So do you also use I forget it's like Antares or whatever. Antares. Yeah. That's what I used to. Yeah.
I want to get and I know Leaf's waiting for me to get this shit too. I want to get the Melodyne. I would love to get Melodyne. My problem is I fucking looked that shit up the other day, and the regular Melodyne's like $100, and I was like, I can't justify spending $100 on that shit at the moment.
For sure. Like, honestly, I just do a subscription right now. So that way, if like, I'm like, all right, this month I'm not singing. Like, now I'm just going to write some raps, dude. I'm not singing. I'm not messing with no auto tune. Next month, if I got the money, I'll pay for it.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, so like when you were watching the show earlier, do you have anything that, you know, you wanted to talk about or reiterate on or?
I definitely think people where you said like kind of like in my own opinion, I guess people like, you know, would probably get like a writer's block and they just resort to writing bitch, you know, this, that, and so forth, you know, like certain key words that are like, okay, this is easy to rhyme with, you know what I'm saying? And that is a big issue, you know, like it really is. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong there, you know, like, yes, people, you know, speak that way and whatnot, but so, you know, you can filter, you know what I'm saying? You can filter out those words. And as an artist, I think that's, you know, challenging to do as well. Like it's fun to like try to, you know, attempt something like that where you're not just constantly using, you know, F this, F that, you know, bitch this, bitch that, I got, you know, money, whatever, like, and the topics too of songs, like you said, like money, drugs, violence, like that's literally what rap, you know what I mean, stereotypical what rap is, you know, and I believe that, you know, there's a lot of artists out here, a lot of hungry artists out here that are trying to change that and pave like a new way and stuff. And hearing your passion behind it, I could tell, you know, that's exactly what you're also trying to do. I heard, you know, you don't like seeing that stuff all the time, and that's very, very understandable. Like, you know, try to, I don't know, like, you know, that Harry Mack dude, you ever seen him, right?
Yeah.
You know, he just asks people for random words, like stuff like that. Like, just try new things, you know, it never hurts, dude, to, you know, not resort to just rhyming with the same stuff over and over and over again, you know. And
so, I mean, like, you say that, right? And I actually have a couple buddies that really believe in what I do the way that I believe in it. So, like, I would go over there, we'd have, like, a smoke sesh or some shit. He's like, yo, we're going to put you to work. And I'm like, fuck you talk? Like, I'm high as shit, right? Like, just, what do you mean you're going to put me to work? And he pulled up like a random word generator, and he's like, we're all going to fucking take 3 words, and we're gonna fucking just freestyle off of these 3 words. And then it ended up we got to like 15 fucking words at one point. Right? Like he just kept adding words and added words. And at one point, so like we would go around the circle, you would choose 3 words. Each person, like you would start at the top, move over, the next person gets 3, and then like keep going around in a circle. But then it got to the point where it was like, all right, we're each gonna do 15 words. And I looked at this motherfucker, I was like, bro, you're asking me to spit an entire fucking song. This ain't even like a couple bars. This ain't a verse. And like it helped me. It helped get my freestyle and shit back together.
For sure.
But what you were saying, like, about rap and stuff. So, for me, like, I feel like that's mainstream rap, right? Because as me and Savvy have talked about before, like, rap did not originate during our fucking century. Like, that shit originated a very long time ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I feel like, to me, it's laziness. Just because there are very good writers who have that just resort to this shit because it sounds cool. And like my biggest problem with that, you know, like I was speaking on earlier, was I feel like it's self-destructive to us as a community, really, in general.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the biggest reasons I don't like it. I don't listen to a whole lot of fucking mainstream music anymore, right?
Yeah, no, me either.
Like when I popped in Savvy's stream for a little bit last night, he played fucking Deagle Kid, Toxins. I've had that motherfucker on repeat all day. So, Savvy, if you're still in this bitch, too, because I fucking tagged this motherfucker in a Facebook post. If you get any contact with him, I need you to tell him to hit my motherfucking line, because I'm trying to do a song with bro. Like, I've had Deagle Kid on all fucking day. I've been driving a lot today. Like, I've had him on all fucking day long. So, if you can fucking reach out to Deagle Kid for me, you let me know, because I fucking tagged him, and I'm trying to get on some shit with him.
Oh, I think I did see. I did see your post actually, where you tagged that dude. I didn't know. Like I haven't got to hear him though, but I would actually, when we get off here or something, send me a link or whatever. I would like to check him out.
Bet, I got you. Yeah, I mean, like, so if you like, the best way that I can describe him would be like it'd be more of like a raspy, fucking like Dro Kenji, Juice WRLD kind of thing.
Okay.
He does it in his own way.
Yeah.
But oh, dude, he puts that shit together so fucking.
Like you can feel the inspirations though as well, like, but as well with his like original, twist like, to it. Yeah.
When I listened to that shit, I was like, I'm like sitting there and I was like, okay, I've heard some shit like this before, and then like I started like going down through the list of songs that he had out, and I was like, oh, okay, so you aren't just doing that just because, like, you actually sound like that, because even when he did his stuff that wasn't, like, melodic and it was a little bit more toward rap, like, it was the same voice. So I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This kid's fucking dope. Like, all fucking day long. Like, I've been like, how the fuck do I reach this kid? How do I reach this kid? Like, I'm trying to, like, I found him on Facebook. I'm like, I fucking can't send him messages. Like, I need some way. And I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm going to tag him in a post because I was trying to hop on a track with him.
Yeah, that's dope. And I think Savvy's doing a great thing with those lives and bringing these people in, because it's getting networking like that happening. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope. So yeah, definitely shout out to Savvy with that. Like I've met a lot of people through his lives. Honestly, I've met you, and so is my buddy Brandon DMT. Shout out to him. I'm sure he's still in here. He's definitely been networking like crazy with a bunch of people over there. So
yeah, Brandon.
Shout out to him.
Lee, I don't know if you've seen Lee.
I think so.
He's fucking dope as shit. I know, cause like I had Sav play one of my beats that I had on there, cause like I sell beat packs. Cause like that's another thing that I was telling Sav was like, I'm not just one of those. Yo, later, Sauce Man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. I'm not just one of those dudes who's like, okay, I want to make music to make money, right? Like, I've been making music since I was fucking 12, before I ever even
felt that, yeah.
Like, I was never like, dude, I want to go home and play drums so that way one day I can just make a lot of money. Like, no, I never like that. Like, I would just get home, I throw my fucking headphones on, I put my motherfucking chucks on it, and I just be fucking flying off the fucking pedals, just playing shit.
That's dope.
like my thing was when I was telling Sav about the beats and shit, I was like, I want to tell people this right now so they're not just like, oh, dude's just trying to fucking get money out of everybody. Like, I sell my beats cheap as fuck, and it's not because I think they're bad. It's not because I think
Now,
they're mid. It's
where do
because
you, if you don't mind me asking, where do you try to sell your beats at?
so I have some on BeatStars. I haven't
Okay.
had a whole lot of luck. I really like to try and go straight to consumer, right? So like if like Sav helped me out with that a little bit and put me onto a couple people, but I like to just fucking like I whatever your fucking choice of payment is, like I got
Yeah.
PayPal, I got fucking Cash App, whatever the fuck, and then I'll email you the fucking beat pack or fucking I'll Dropbox it to you if it's too big.
I like
so you
that
can get
though. That's like a
waves.
personal level type.
Yeah.
Of, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Because like the other thing is like if I do a beat pack of 5 beats, right? I do it for $45. Why do
Okay.
I do a 5 pack for $45? Because when I first started, I realized like, hey bro, I don't have fucking money to be spending on beats. I don't
Yeah.
have it. So the first year, excuse me, the first I want to say like year to 2 years was me figuring out how to actually make beats that you could spit on. Because like the first beat that I made was just some fucking music. It was just some noise. Like you
Nah, I
couldn't
feel
really,
that.
it didn't
Yeah.
have like any rhyme or rhythm to it. Like you couldn't really do a whole lot with it.
Yeah.
So once I figured out how to get the beats down, I was like, okay, well I gotta make sure these bitches sound right because now they're clipping, and I'm like, I don't really understand what any of this shit. I didn't know what the fuck any of that shit meant. So like,
Yeah.
I taught myself for the first 2 years how to actually make beats, how to mix them properly. I did all of my mastering from my mix page, and now like if you go listen to like my tracks and shit, like it sounds like studio grade shit. But you see my setup right now, like I'm
Yeah.
in my fucking living room.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is where I spit all my shit, and that's it. I got my little noise canceling to block out any sound that might bleed through from my PC to my mic. I have a cardioid compressor mic, so that way like all my sound is just directed fucking straight at the front of the mic, and
I need to learn how to set that part up. I have a mic. I just don't know how to set that up on this Streamlabs. So
I
if you
might
got
be able to help
any
you with
info
that.
on that,
Yeah, I was gonna say I can talk to you about that
Yeah.
after the show and shit. But yeah, so like, I mean, my thing's always been like I want to do this shit for people who don't have a lot of money, and that's not taken away from producers or anything, right? Like like guys who make a living out of this shit, bro. If you got money, I encourage you to go use those people because they probably know a lot more than I do, but I know that I can still put out studio grade music.
Oh,
I can
for
do it
sure.
cheaply.
Dude, that kind of reminds me, like, just a quick story. When I used to be in a pop punk band when I was like 13, 14, and 15. And I remember when I did a Battle of the Bands, and we had 2 different Battle of the Bands. One was at the Underground. I don't know if that venue's still around, but we did this Battle of the Bands, and we got last place, and they said because of our equipment was very cheap. Like, that's what they said. They're like, if you guys upgrade to this, that, and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Well, that following week, we did one at Mad Frog. I think you may have heard of Mad Frog before, maybe. It used to be on Vine Street, maybe, over in Cincinnati.
It sounds familiar. I feel like I've probably heard about it.
Yeah, for sure. They just recently got taken down and stuff, but we did another Battle of the Bands literally like a week later, totally under a different name and stuff, branding and whatnot, and we got 3rd place there. Same equipment. And I was like, that shows you right there, just like you said, you're putting out studio grade quality with what you got. Like, you can make stuff happen with what you have. You really, really can. Like,
Thanks.
and yeah, like, because that definitely bummed me out when I was younger, like them telling me like, oh, your guitar is too cheap. I'm like, but I'm playing the same chords as the next guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm still playing a G chord just like that dude on a nice guitar. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, to me, like, because like I've always been into like metal and shit. To me, there's no difference. And okay, before fucking anybody wants to comment, like, there's a big difference. Let me explain this shit first. I don't think that there's a big difference between a $200 to $300 guitar and a fucking like $500 to $600 guitar. Now, if you want to take the fucking difference to like, oh no, well, what's a fucking damn? I can't even remember what it's called. there's one that I know a lot of people ended up getting that was actually a really nice guitar. It might have been like one of the ones that that Rush's guitarist used, I think. But that's like a fucking $1,300 guitar. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a $200-300 guitar and that $1,300 guitar.
Yeah.
But as far as like the other shit goes, I don't really think so. Like I used to have a Dean. It was I don't even remember what the fucking name of it was. I used to have like one of the entry level Deans though, and to me, like I felt like it sounded as good as like fucking Ibanez, like lower line. And
Ibanez's are alright guitars too, for sure.
They're a great company. Like some of their new shit, like they have great sound. But to me, like if you have an understanding in the stuff that you're actually using, as in like pedals, and you fucking understand like your gain and shit, and know how to set everything, you can still make it have a good tone. It might not be a fucking $1,300 tone, but it can still be good enough to get you through a show.
Yep, exactly. That's very true. But I guess real fast so we don't get sidetracked, because you were about to tell me though about like recycling words and stuff when people are rappers are saying the like bitch and just saying the same stuff over and over again, or finding easy words just to rhyme off of and stuff. Like I did want to hear what else you had to say about all that.
Give me 1 second. I got some Zim pouches and I had to move around. Savvy, let me know more about what you're talking about with the exclusive clients, by the way. But no, so I mean, to me, right, there's one thing if you're being clever when you use words. Because like I know that there's one that I've said a couple times. Yo, what's up, Milk and Joe? What the fuck was I gonna say? Like, if I refer back to an older song that I see you, Jay. All right. I think I said I got a lot of time, but it's feeling wasted or some shit, right? Me and Bloodleaf have a song called "Time Wasted," where he said, "Don't have much time, but plenty time wasted." So there's a difference between me playing off of like I'm like shouting out our older track, but it still fits with what I'm doing, rather than like some fucking just some like fucking dog shit, bro. Like for me, when I hear a lot of like mainstream rappers rap, right? I can name, if I had a list put in front of me, I'd be like, oh, okay, so like all these songs, same fucking context, they're almost saying the same shit, just a little bit differently. You couldn't fucking think of some other shit? So to me, it just seems fucking lazy. Like, I mean, for me, I used to like Migos when they first came out, but now when I listen to Migos, I'm like, oh, okay, so they have like 3 albums full of the same shit.
Same stuff.
You know, right? It's like when AC/DC, when that one I did an interview or whatever, and they were like, you've put out 7 albums that are all pretty much the same, and their guitarist was like, actually, we've put out 9 albums that are the same or some shit, right? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, so to me, like, I see a problem with that too, not just in the rap space, but it's like, there's so much human experience that there is no fucking way that this is the only shit to talk about. There is no fucking way that there are not other words that you can use. There's so many fucking words. And I'm not saying go read the fucking dictionary. Like
no.
But if you grab a fucking dictionary, right? Like, how many fucking words can you fit in that bitch? There's tons of them.
Per page, too. There's, like, per page, like, hundreds of words on a page.
Like, and for an example of that is somebody who did this fucking great, and it was crazy. Mac Miller had Conversations, where all he did was take that A sound, that stretched out A from say shuns, and make a fucking song out of it. He didn't change anything about it. He literally just kept that A rhyme scheme going. He never switched up the rhyme scheme. He just, it was just different placements of where that A sound was at.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if that tells you how many fucking words there are and how easy it is to actually do that, because Conversation is one of my favorite songs by him. One, because it's simplistic, but it's complex in the way that the words were designed. Like, if you sit down and actually, like, deep dive into that shit, you're like, okay. And then, like, you'll start to hear it just a little bit. And he's like, oh, so, like, the A sound was on, like, this side. Now it was on this side. And, like, you can start piecing it together a little bit. Like, so to go and copy, you're basically taking a copy, right? Because all these people have figured out, like, hey, there is a blueprint to fucking making music that makes money. Fuck that, dude. Why? Like, I get it. You want to get yourself out of the way that you're in. Dope. Here's the thing. If you get yourself out of the place that you've been in, now figure out who the fuck you are and make that type of music. You're making the money. You have the platform now, right?
Yep.
These people typically are just going to listen to your shit because it's you. So now actually use that shit and talk about your fucking message. Like, Lil Baby had a song that was great for that. I can't think of the fucking name of it right now. It was a little, I don't want to say, it wasn't like controversial, but he was speaking on real shit that was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't like his normal style of music. He jumped out of that same classification and context of fucking of song and made something that I thought was awesome, right? And like for the most part, it's not like I'm like a diehard Lil Baby fan. Like, I don't go and listen to Lil Baby a lot because half the time it's the same fucking shit, and I'm like, whatever. But for that one particular song, I enjoyed that shit because it felt like he stepped out of the normal realm that he was stuck in.
No, that is true. And something else too that I noticed, like, besides people, like, because there's artists obviously that have the passion for it, that love the music, no matter, you know, if they get big or not. And then there are people that, like you said, it's like a money grab for them. They're just trying to get to a check, they're trying to get to a check. And I've seen a lot, you know, through my years of this, like, people have a stereotype on rap, and that, you know, like you said, with the whole, it's either violence or drugs or money. That's literally like the three recycled things that are always talked about. And I personally have a couple friends that, you know, do rap, and there's a couple of them that go in there and that's exactly they're talking about, and they don't live like that at all. Like, they don't even smoke weed. I'm like, why are you talking about hitting a blunt and you don't even smoke, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to do that and not?
I had a fucking personal experience with somebody like that. And I was trying to help him out. And I don't think that he listened to me. And I'm not going to fucking dox him. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to be an asshole. Because I want to help. I want to help him. Like, I see potential in what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't see potential because the first thing that he said to me was, I'm trying to ride the wave. And
yeah.
My thing that I
I'm just having fun. I'm like, well,
and I'm like, bro, what you just said right there, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like, I make music, I make what I want to make because I like it. I don't give a fuck what anybody else likes.
Yeah.
Because I make music for me. Do the same shit. Because here's the thing, that wave, bro, that wave's gone. 9 times out of 10, you're not getting on it. 9 times out of 10.
Sure.
There's certain rappers who can fucking do it. There's certain people that are like selected that either have the fucking right content and the fucking like right fucking music at the same time and put it out, and then boom, it gets picked up, and then everybody listens to it, and now these people are listening to that shit. But it's like, it's very slim. Yeah, I've seen that. It's very slim chances of who it is, like, that actually gets to do that. So, like, my thing is, I make my own music, right? And if I can't get people to hop on the wave with just music, which I know we live in a time where, like, you have to have content, right? I'm not a content creator. I don't fucking like doing content. This is the easiest way for me to do content because I got a big fucking mouth. I like to talk a lot. But I realized like I can make my own wave with this shit because there's stuff that I want to talk about that I don't see other people talking about. Because the whole reason that I even started this podcast like wasn't, you know, just to bring like it wasn't to bring guests on, it wasn't to do any of that. It was to
Hmm.
talk about what it's like to be an independent artist that's in it right now, that's struggling, like somebody who's not getting even 1,000 plays per fucking song.
Hmm.
Because most of the time, every time I pop a fucking video up on YouTube of an independent artist, they're talking about, oh, well, this is what I did to get this many plays. And they're already living that life. They didn't document that shit on the way through it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's what I wanted to fill the void with and actually give information that could help people.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and not even with just music, right? Because there's a lot of independent artists that could probably be doing better and use their funds in a better way that don't understand how to do that shit. I took fucking a couple years to study finances and understand finances because honestly, I was gonna end up doing fucking like fucking rental properties and shit. Like that's
Oh
how
wow,
I
yeah.
wanted to make my money and shit. So I had to understand how finances work because there is a good thing. There is two different types of debt, and most people don't realize that. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is if I were to take the fucking equity out of my house right now and go fucking put it on another house, rent that house out, and have that house pay for itself, and
Hmm.
maybe even pay for some of my shit. Bad debt is the fucking truck that I have sitting in the fucking driveway that I'm still paying on because it's not doing me anything. Yeah, I get to work
Yeah,
and shit every day, but that's a payment that comes out that's money that I can't use for something.
yeah.
So there is like real shit that I wanted to talk about that could help other artists. And not only that, like how I was talking about with learning how to do my own audio shit, learning how to do beats and stuff. I want to actually be the person that helps independent artists. And I know we all can't swim, right? Like some of us are gonna sing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Uh, and when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, this is the music business. So if you don't have a business like mindset, you either need to get a team around you that's got a business like mindset, train yourself to have a business like mindset, or just keep on
Oh,
making
you're not
music
gonna. Yeah,
in your
yeah,
part
for
time.
sure, for sure, dude.
So that I mean that was the biggest thing with me with actually doing this. That's the wave that I wanted to make. I wanted to have conversations with people who either aren't artists or
Hmm.
are artists and explain to them like what it's like. Because one of the biggest things that I want to do is go direct to consumer, right? Because all these streaming services are fucking us as
Oh
independent
yeah,
artists. They're just like here, bend over and take a dick, and
yeah.
I'm not about to do that. I know it's definitely a little bit harder. I know there's more stuff that I have to do, get fucking emails and shit together in order to put out lists. Um, but honestly, like if people would step away from what the music industry is feeding them, because it all comes down to money, right? Like I say this a lot. Would Drake be as big as Drake is if they didn't put all that fucking money behind him to put his music in your fucking face everywhere you went?
I don't believe so. No.
No. Would Kendrick be the same way? Like would any of these artists be the same way? No, absolutely not. So that's the biggest thing that I wanted to do was to show people like, hey, if your shit is good enough, you can do it by yourself. You can. I mean, I hit my first fucking I got like 1,800 streams on Don't Miss. I hit like 1,300 monthly listeners and lost my fucking mind.
Oh no, it's a great feeling, dude. Yeah, when you see, yeah, I totally, yeah, 100%, dude.
Like I think I was in Ocean City, Maryland, because I got family that lives like 30 minutes from there, and they had a fucking car show that was going on when I went up there. So like, me and my brother are riding around the fucking strip in Ocean City. I'm fucking yelling out I'm hammered, yelling out the way. I had just checked my fucking Spotify shit. I was losing my fucking mind. I was so happy. So it's like if I could do that, right, which I've put in my early days, like fucking 3 years ago.
Hmm.
I put money into fucking ads in fucking like
Yeah.
Instagram and shit like that. Did it help a little bit? Yeah, it helped a little bit. Not a whole lot. I don't even really know if it actually helped that much. So if I can do that without having to put the money in it, like other people can too. There was a time when I didn't have shit going on, I was just making music. I was in a really fucked up spot. My brother had just left and went to college. I came out of two really fucking bad situations, and I was like, back in mom and dad's fucking basement, like straight up making music, like in my room in the fucking basement.
Yeah.
Just being fucked up. Like every
Mm-hmm.
single fucking chance I had when I wasn't at work, I was fucked up doing whatever the fuck I could to just get out of my own head. There's like 3 songs that I made that I don't remember making. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
no,
beats.
I've been there.
I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember any of that shit. And I would stay up till like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, just going through Twitter, fucking commenting and fucking people shit, just sharing fucking links to my music the entire time. I think I hit like 42 monthlies doing that. And don't get me wrong, that is not a fucking great way to do that shit. It is time consuming. It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get a good reach, but that's the type of grind that I was on, like when I first started. I'm not saying the grind's any different now, but it was rough. Yeah, so I mean that's why I started this platform. I just wanted to show people what it's like to be an independent artist. I wanted to try and help change the listeners' minds into actually supporting their favorite artist, their favorite independents, rather than just listening to the music. There is so much more that, like,
Oh
if
yeah.
our listeners have it, and I'm not like begging anybody to buy shit. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
If you want to support and you are able to support us, there's so much other shit you can do. I got fucking $300 worth of merch sitting in my box. I think I've sold eight t-shirts. Like I have all types of shit. It just comes down to if the people who listen to me are willing and can.
And that's good though that you're also investing in yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. Like you really do. You do have to do that at some point, and right there, that's a good thing. Like no matter what, you still have, like you said, you still have that box of shirts. They're still gonna get sold. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, it may take some time. It's still gonna happen, and you already made that step of investing into yourself, which is literally a huge thing to do. Like you really have to do that.
I feel like, yeah, and that's a good point, because I feel like there's a lot of artists who don't understand that either. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
you could be sitting there like, oh, dude, should I do this? Should I make these shirts? What if I make them and they don't sell? Well, if they don't sell, you still have them, which means you can still
Yeah.
sell them at some
Yeah, you're
point.
still. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have the funds, you have the ability to do that, fucking do it. There's no reason not to. Unless it's gonna put you in a bad position with your
Yeah.
fucking living situation, whatever, like, don't do it. But if you have the extra funds to do that shit and get it out there. Also, Leaf, that is a good idea. Or you can fucking come help me build a fucking Etsy account. That would still help both of us. Like, we can sell the mixtapes on there because they're both of ours, but we gotta give DBL a little bit of kickback on the fucking the mixtapes too, because we got him on one of them. So when we start fucking selling those, we gotta help him out a little bit.
Dude, and I will say, especially for us independent artists, how you're saying it, like it is pretty hard, like trying to get our stuff out there. It is, dude, and I think it's going to continue to get more hard, like since everything is all digital now and social media now. Like it really is. It used to be like you go out and burn a CD and go to do a show and hand out some CDs. Hey, go check this out. Hopefully you look me up. And now it's just share this, share that, share this. We're just constantly, and it's hard, because we live in a world where, and it's not everybody, but majority rules where we got low attention spans, and I fall into that too. Like I'll be on Facebook sometimes, I scroll, read something, I'm on to the next thing. I watch something, I'm on to the next thing, quick like that. Like, and that's just how social media though is also feeding everything to us. We got TikTok. It used to be 6-second videos, very quick content, just boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Now on to the next thing. And like, that which created a lot of people, molded their heads into, I want this, now I need this next thing fast. Like you release a song, people are already wanting another song, like immediately.
So you say that, right? And
Yeah.
you've told me not to get too upset about this shit. So if you don't know who Bloodleaf is pretty much like my partner in crime when it comes to music and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of collabs and shit together. We got fucking more that I'm working on right now. Dope ass dude. I'll definitely send you his links too, so you can check out.
Hell
his
yeah,
shit.
hell yeah.
But yeah, that's like it's I lost my fucking train of thought where I was going with that. Can you repeat what you said one
Like
more time?
where people have like low attention spans and everybody's just like, they see a song. Once you release a song, they're already ready for the next one, or like whatever you do, they're just, trashing that content, ready for the next content, like immediately. Once you do one thing, they want the next one. And
So I lost. That's what I was gonna say. I lost fucking half of my Spotify followers, right? And it's hard enough to get people to follow you already.
yeah, oh yeah, I've
So,
lost a ton too, bro.
Yeah, I had like 102, 103 Spotify followers. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't release a song for like 3 weeks to a month. And I fucking lost like half of them. It was done. I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I didn't, because my thing is like, once you follow somebody on Spotify, I was like, I didn't think that they fucking kept track of that shit. No, they fucking keep track of that shit.
Yeah,
They're like,
100%.
This song was good, but he ain't got nothing else for me. And then, like,
Yeah.
boom, you're off the list.
No, okay, so there's like a little backstory, but I had a song on TikTok that went viral called Reese's, and I ended up getting signed, and I went to, I don't know if you ever heard of Lenny Cooper, maybe, Colt Ford and them. I was signed to Average Joe's and Dirtified Records, and I moved out, me, my fiance, and my daughter. I'm summing it up. We did all this stuff, moved out there, and after that song went viral, everyone's freaking, where's the next song? Where's the next song? I go over there. I had a good amount of monthly listeners. Not even a month later, dude, like, boop, dropped because I didn't put shit out. They were like, hey, we're going to take a minute to work on the music, blah, 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 blah. We're going to get this all together. And I'm sitting there freaking out. I'm like, dude, all these people are leaving me. Like right now, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I mean, that's why I'm not on the label anymore. Like there's some complications, and it's a big, big story. It's actually like, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot, but, lost a crap ton of followers. And that's when I realized that's the world that we live in, where you literally have to like, just keep pushing. You just have to. Like, it sucks, but that's just the way this crap is now. Like, it really is. Like, you just have to. And that could be even, you make that song. Well, like, let's say you didn't post anything. I would just keep sharing that song over and over again, because I realized a song that I posted a month ago, if I share it tomorrow, there could be someone new that hasn't seen it yet on my friends list, and they would think it's a brand new song, even though I put it out a whole entire month ago. There's still people that haven't seen it. But
So
yeah, it's tough.
I was talking to Leaf about that too, actually, because I got like a couple good fucking songs that are coming out that I gotta finish. Me and Leaf gotta finish a couple. I don't know if you know who Mike B is. I got one that I hopped on with him. So I got like 3 or 4 songs that are getting ready to come out. Bully Hendrix, the one that was on here earlier. Now that he's got his setup going, I have to get that fucking song finished too, because he's been waiting for that.
Hell yeah.
So I got a good amount of songs that are getting ready to come out, and I had the conversation with Leaf. I was like, dude, I keep on thinking about this, right? And I'm like, so I got about 20 songs out right now, all singles. I haven't done an album yet. I have one that I'm working on that I want to get done, but I was like, dude, we gotta hammer content. I was like, because these songs that are already out, we already have the catalog. If we already have the catalog and we keep pushing that catalog, we're gonna be in a better spot, because the people, like you said, people that haven't seen it are gonna think it's new.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to figure out how to make them feel like they found it.
Yeah.
Because even though we live in a short attention span spot, right? Because when you go through that next video, you don't realize it, but you're getting a dopamine release every single time. You're like, oh, dude, look what I just found. Oh, look what I just found. Oh, look what I just found. So if you make them feel like they found that, and I'm spitting some fucking facts here too. So like, if you're a music listener, you fall into this shit all the time, and you have no idea. But every time you find something that you think nobody's heard that you like, they're going to share the fuck out of that shit because they feel good. As soon as they listen to it, they're like, oh, dude, look what I just found. I got to share this with everybody, right? So that's one of the things that I'm leaning a little bit more toward. But like I said, I'm not a content creator, so I really have to settle in and figure out how to do that, because most of my shit, Like if you go on my TikTok or anything, most of my videos, bam, microphone, me right here. I'm like I'm spitting the fucking song because I'm not a content creator. I don't necessarily know how to make the most engaging content. I have one skit that I did that I thought was pretty good. Feel like it probably should have more fucking views than it does. I know Drewby told me that shit. It was funny. It wasn't the best. It was the first skit that I did. It wasn't crazy. But I had to figure out like what kind of niche that I fit into to make people feel engaged. Because I know that spitting into the mic, it's just content. It's just me throwing content for people to see, and maybe, hopefully somebody will like it enough to listen to it. But at the same time, I do know that if I throw that fucking song in there and I fucking mute it, and then I do my little edits and shit and add the part that I want, it'll count as a fucking play. Is it IROSC? I think it's what it's called. ROISC or whatever the fuck. So I know it'll count because I just checked this shit the other day. For my Snapchat, I ended up making like 15 cents off of Snapchat. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I didn't think that I was getting like any plays or anything off Snapchat.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you could do that on Snapchat.
Yeah. So do you release through distro?
Yeah, I do.
So if you release through distro and you hit that fucking little add to Snapchat button or whatever, when you go and like make public fucking videos or whatever on Snapchat to share to people, you can add your music to it.
Oh shit! I'm learning something new every day, dude.
Yeah, you can get plays through it like that because I know they keep track of TikTok too on there. They keep track of a bunch of shit. There's also some websites that I'm gonna have to go back over. Because I know like ASCAP is one of them, ASCAP, where they'll track down royalties for your shit that like I think a lot of theirs is like radio play and live performances and shit. And there's like 3 more that take care of a lot of like streaming royalties and shit that your regular like distro and shit doesn't keep track of because they only keep track of like a certain amount.
Yeah.
And then the other important thing to hop on would be like copywriting shit.
Yep.
Is like a big one. I fucking slack on that a little bit. I'm fucking probably shouldn't fucking say that on stream, but it's okay, whatever. Because I'll fuck you up. I got all my fucking stims and everything. Like I got my masters, bitch. Fuck with me.
For sure, dude. Yeah, for sure. That copywriting shit, dude, is crazy. It's wild.
I mean, because like everybody wants to get paid for the shit, and I'm all about like if you have ideas, like fucking do it, but do it the right way.
Oh yeah.
Because like if somebody fucking sampled my shit, right, and my shit isn't like popping off, but they sample my shit and then it pops off, and I didn't get paid for that shit. Copyright. Give me that bread.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hit that fucking, like Juicy J said, hit that fucking cash button.
Hit that cash button. Yep. Dude, and I was gonna say too, something that I've noticed with TikTok and even Facebook. Sometimes I feel like recently they're making it harder too for us artists. I might be wrong, but it just seems that way. Just because, like, so before, it's more or less like how I take it. You know, if they let every artist, everybody on TikTok that was making music, like go viral or be on the For You page, that's all we would see. That's the only content that would be on TikTok. It would be a fucking music app for just independent artists because there's so, you know what I'm saying? That's all, like, there's so many. So I get it. You know, they can't just constantly push every single independent artist, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But that right there does, you know, make it hard for us though. Like and I don't know, you know, like that's something I'm still learning, like how to break through that on TikTok. You know, how do we get our stuff pushed onto the For You page, you know, like, or on Facebook. Sometimes I feel like, you know, 2 years ago I could make a post and so many people saw it. Now you make a post and like you question yourself. You're like, are my friends even active anymore? Like, where is everybody at? But it's not even your fault. Like, they don't even see it half the time. Like, I find out my boy Brandon, he follows me and I follow him, and I hardly see his post, or I'll see a post 4 days after he posted it. And I'll go and share it. And he was like, bro, I posted that last week. I'm like, I didn't see it. I'm like, I had no idea.
I mean,
like,
So like to me, right? So I don't know if you're familiar with who Nick D is.
Nick D. Is he a singer?
Yeah, he
Popper
does shit.
pop.
He does. But he's I don't even know what the fuck he is, to be honest. Like,
I've
cause he
seen him
does
on
shit with.
TikTok.
Yeah, that's where he got.
Okay.
That's where he got popular at, right?
Yeah.
Like when Connor started to blow up and shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
him and Connor
Yeah.
do a bunch of
Connor
shit together.
Price?
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So like Nick D actually lives fucking 45 minutes that way from me.
Oh hell yeah, that's
I've
cool.
been to where he's at and shit.
That's dope.
And I always think it's funny. I'm not talking shit either. So like anybody, like I'm not talking shit, but like he always plays that small town card,
Mhm.
and I'll give it to him because I mean I'm not doxing him. Like he says where he lives, fucking Culpeper, Virginia.
Yeah.
He always says like how it's a small town and shit. And every time I drive through there, I laugh. Because when I come back to the place where I fucking live, I'm like, dude, you think that's a small town?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, y'all's growth rate's fucking 12%. You got like 43,000, which 43,000 people is not a lot of people, right? Consider like I'm
Yeah.
from DMV, so like I'm used to, like it's crowded. There's a lot of fucking
Mhm.
people. As to where I live, I think our last census was like 33,000 people with a growth rate of 5%.
Okay.
2019, right before COVID, like 3,000 people fucking moved from here, so it dropped down to 30,000, and then COVID, like 2,500 people fucking moved here, and I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, like, I'm like, y'all have a fucking 4-lane highway as like y'all's main road. That's, I'm like, maybe it's a small town on the backside of Culpeper,
Yeah.
but what, I mean, but so one of his thing, and this is what pisses me off, right? This is why I wanted to start my channels, because he always goes and he's like, you know, I used to make music out of the back of my minivan and shit. I'm like, where's all the fucking content for that? Where
Yeah.
is you doing that shit? Because you just saying that, like, I understand. I'm not saying you're lying. You just
Yeah.
saying that doesn't carry the same weight as if I can go back and look and watch you make those 50 fucking songs in the back of your minivan.
100%. Yep.
So like that's one of the reasons why I started this, because like I'm in my living room, right? So I can't wait until I have a fucking studio room where I start doing these videos and then the background changes. And it's like,
Yep.
oh shit, okay, so like he's moving where he's supposed
Yep.
to. He's moving in the direction that he wants to. And then another thing that I fucking want to gripe on is like how he talks about, you know, making content, doing content. TikTok is the best way to get noticed. And to me, I don't think that's true. Because maybe when he started, yeah, dude, when TikTok first came out in like 2019, 2020, and motherfuckers had nothing to do but sit on the couch and scroll, fuck
Yep.
yeah. I mean, look at Russ. Russ blew up around the same
Oh, yeah.
exact fucking time, but had been making music since like 2014 or some shit.
Yep.
So when I see that, I'm like, dude, TikTok's not the way anymore. Because he always talks about like trying to get on certain playlists, and like it's like hitting the lottery, right? Is what he always says. It's like hitting the lottery. Well, making fucking content on TikTok and having shit that goes viral is like hitting the lottery, exactly because what you said. And I don't feel like it's because they're trying to hold us down technically as artists. I think there's other fucking powers that be that are doing that rather than
Yeah.
the platforms. It's because there's so many people on TikTok uploading all fucking day long, uploading so much shit. There is only so much shit people can scroll through in a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's only so much that they're actually going to find. So, you know, he'll be like, one of the things that he'll always go back and say is like, well, it might have been the right content, but it could have been the wrong song for that content. Or it could have been the right song, but it could have been the wrong content. And you got to find the happy medium. And I'm like, nah, bro, it's like hitting the fucking that is hitting the lottery. You're
Yep.
trying to figure out how to count the fucking numbers
Yep.
and do that shit the right way. So there's got to be something there's something different. I feel like content is definitely a good source to reach more people, and I'm not saying that it's not. But if you're trying to blow up and get bigger, all of us uploading content and doing that shit all the time, it is hitting the lottery. Also, Sav, facts, bro. That is, I couldn't agree anymore, to be honest. But yeah, like, I mean, for me, that's why, you know, I wanted to start a community around this shit. One, to help other artists, to work with other artists, because if they see my platform and they like what I do, they like who I am, they, you know, they match with me, that means that I can work with artists that match what I want to do. I match what they want to do. And then we can fucking cross through, give each other, you know, hopefully cross our audience, and they'll fucking hear from both of us. And just to kind of like shed some light on this shit. Because I do believe that content is a good idea, but the problem is music is fucking changing. And it's changing every day, and it's not changing good for us at all. Because you have these streaming platforms that are telling you, hey, your music ain't worth shit to us. So if the streaming platforms are telling us that our music isn't worth shit, why should the people who are listening feel any fucking different?
Yep, that's true. That's very true. That hits, actually. That's very true. Like that's a good point.
I guarantee you Leaf is gonna clip that shit, and that would actually be really good. So Leaf,
good.
you need to fucking clip that shit. But
that's good.
I mean, honestly, if streaming platforms are telling our listeners that are supposed to be supporting us, these motherfuckers' music should be free, why would they think any different?
Yep.
And you know, that's like I saw when I was watching Curtis King. He was talking about there was some girl that made a video that was talking about, like, you know, why should your fans have to go and buy your music when, you know, they're already paying $10.99, whatever the fucking subscription is for Spotify every month. And I'm like, yeah, well, here's the thing. They're spending $120+ a year for that, when they could use the shit for free. There is a free version of Spotify. No, you can't fucking pick your songs and shit, but you can listen to stuff. You can have a radio playlist.
Yep.
I know a lot of people don't want to do that shit, but here's the other thing. YouTube's fucking free, and you can pick whatever the fuck you want to listen to on YouTube. So, really, why are you even paying for a subscription when there's other ones out here that are free that you can build a whole playlist off of and listen to it? So that $120+ that you're spending on Spotify, you could end up supporting one of your favorite artists with that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I believe there's no, like, support, dude. It can start just from a share, you know, all the way from a like and a share to exactly like what you're saying. Like, yeah, why spend that money? Like, I have a couple people that are like, well, I don't got Spotify or Apple Music, and I'm like, YouTube link. I'll send them a YouTube link. I'm like, here you go, brother. I'm like, here's
everybody's
free.
got YouTube.
Got you. You might have an ad, but I got you, dog. I got you.
And usually you get a 5-second window. You can skip through the ad and then you can listen to my shit. Exactly.
For sure.
And honestly, YouTube, I'm not the biggest fan of YouTube. Leave me the first one to fucking tell you that. He's been having to fucking try and throw me on this shit for a minute. I'm not the biggest fan of YouTube, but I will give it to YouTube, and I appreciate YouTube for actually helping us because they pay the most off of their shit. To be honest, I think I might have like 300 streams across 20 fucking songs on my YouTube, and I think I made like $2 off that shit, almost maybe $3, because like I have the YouTube ads that I get paid through, and then the like YouTube Red and regular YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So like that's dope, because guess what? Spotify's not fucking paying me anymore. I got like $10 in Spotify from 4,000 fucking streams.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot, dude. Like, yeah, to get what you just said. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Honest to God, like that's crazy how that even works. Especially like knowing how big Spotify is, you know, and knowing, well, Spotify and even Apple Music too. Like, for real, like those two, like with how big they are, and they're like the main source of what people, you know, are using basically. But YouTube definitely is like, I didn't even notice that until you said that. They really do pay better. They do.
Have you heard about the stuff with Spotify?
What's that though?
I like to keep up with a lot of this shit, right?
Yeah.
Apple doesn't show how many people have subscriptions. It doesn't show like how many people are. It doesn't give you all those fucking stats.
Oh yeah.
Spotify does.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does Spotify need to show you how many people are using their shit unless the majority of their shit is botted?
Hey.
Because how many people, like, I can't tell you how many times I'll go up to somebody and I'll be like, yo, you check out my shit on Spotify. And they'll be like, oh, I got Spotify. I use Apple Music. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, I got Apple Music too. Pull that shit up.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
so it's like, to me, it seems like they're fudging their numbers a little bit, because the other thing is, DistroKid kind of shed some fucking light onto that too.
Yeah, they
It
showed. Yeah,
might have spilled the beans. When you use that fucking Wheel of Fortune shit
yeah,
to try and get into a playlist, and then all of a sudden your stream count jumps from fucking 15 streams to 1,000 streams, I don't give a fuck what playlist you put me in. I had to look it up, because I had a point in time where they were throwing me in a botted fucking playlist from Finland, and there's a fucking Reddit page that actually sheds some fucking light on that shit.
Reddit's a good place to find some info for sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that were talking about it, and yeah, I don't really believe in that shit. Now, I will give it the fact that maybe when my song Don't Miss started to pop off a little bit and I started to get streams on it, after I didn't have to do anything, I was checking the locations of where I was getting a lot of streams from. So I think the Spotify algorithm did start to push it, because it looked like I had more streams than what I might have had from real people, to where I started having more real people listen to it, because the algorithm was just sharing it. Now it's I don't want to say it's at a dead standstill, but it's not doing as much. So that it kind of fucks us, right? Because we can't tell what's real or not either. And then the other thing is, Spotify's like, well, hey, look, man, if less than 80% of your Spotify catalog's botted, we'll still pay you.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting here like, less than 80%. So you guys know that you have a fucking bot issue. So it kind of comes back into a circle like, oh, hey, maybe Spotify is making the bots to not have to pay people for their music because they don't think it's worth shit. So they can sit there and fucking, give Joe Rogan how many ever $1 million fucking year contract to do his podcast on Spotify and put money in their fucking pockets like Johan, whatever the fuck. I don't believe that guy's real, because why does he have over 50 different aliases that he goes under and releases all this music? Because they figured out that AI music, you don't have to fucking pay an AI. Nope. So if you're the person that's actually setting these accounts up and getting the AI shit to run AI music, and oh fuck, oh, shit, and you're getting them to run that music. Now you just figured out a loophole in how to not pay other artists, but pay your own fucking company. Because why has Spotify been around since I was 13 and they're just now becoming a profitable company?
Damn, yeah. That's true.
I will shed as much light on this shit as I can to fucking like people who are making music, because we have to figure out how to push our music like crack, essentially.
Well, and here's something else that I've seen with TikTok too. Two different things. Like, I don't even know how to really explain it. So I've made a second account now on TikTok, and like my first account's been pretty well established now. But I've gotten to a point where it's hitting like each video will go from like either 250 to maybe 350 views, and like it won't go anything further than that. It's literally just within that area only, like every single time. And I looked into it, and it says that they try to throw your content, whatever you're posting, they'll try to put it on the For You page. And if it don't get a certain amount of retention or whatever within 200 views, then they just push you to the side, whatever. But like on my main account, let's say I posted a clip of my song 5 times in a row. They all get 200 views. Next thing you know, I post a video of me digging in my nose for 5 seconds. That video gets 600 views to 1,000. What the fuck is that? Like, that makes no sense. Like, stuff like that, though, makes no sense to me at all. I don't get it.
And that's the crazy thing to me, right? Is because I hear a lot of people talk about, shit, man. I need to stop drinking this fucking soda. I've heard a lot of videos and shit about people posting, and they're like, oh, when you can't get out of that 200 range. And I'm like,
yeah,
200 range? Like, half the shit that I post, even if it's just me sitting in front of the mic, I'm getting like 500 views.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want to sit here and be like, I have a crazy amount of views. Obviously,
Yeah.
because I don't have that much of a following. But I've had views do, or I've had shit do over 1,000. I've had shit do over 2,000. I had
Yeah.
a fucking Instagram reel that popped off in fucking 30 minutes. I had like 3,600 fucking views.
Yeah.
And was like, holy shit, what did I do right? And I
Yeah.
still can't go back and figure it out. I've tried. I mean, granted, since then everything's changed a little bit. But when I was trying to figure out how I got those views, I went back and kept trying to figure out how I did it, and I could never fucking match it again. Like, for the most part, Facebook and TikTok are probably my most viewed shit. I've had a
Same.
couple videos on like Facebook hit like 1,000 or whatever. TikTok's usually never less than 500. I do have a couple that like were in the upper 2 range, but not many of them. Most of the time when I post, like I usually end up hitting over 5. So
Yeah.
I'm not really. I tried to understand Instagram a little bit better. Couldn't really figure it out. All these platforms have different stuff that they're looking for too, which is another thing that, like, you know, independents really have to dive into and learn. Instagram's looking for a different type of short than TikTok's looking for. TikTok's looking for a different type of short than Facebook. Facebook's looking for a different type of short than YouTube.
Yeah.
They're all different, so you have to figure out which ones you thrive on and keep going with that. You also have to figure out like the stuff that's actually getting people's attention. I think the last short that I posted was a clip from one of my lives that actually ended up doing pretty well. I know on TikTok I got hit like 6 something. I actually ended up getting a couple followers off of it because it was literally
I'm about
just
to
me
follow
speaking
you
real
on
shit.
TikTok too.
Hell yeah, I'll follow you back. I don't get notifications, so I don't have to check it.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I mean, it really just depends. I know it's like a deep dive. It's a deep dive type of shit. I have spent hours upon hours trying to figure out how shit works.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, right? Because we have to learn how all of these work. Oh, actually, like the third video that I have in, I had like 38 views, but everything, like the second video I ever posted had 940 views. And then everything after my third video was like over 500. So like, I don't understand the algorithm that much because like most of the shit that I'm posting, like I wouldn't necessarily say is engaging content.
Yeah.
Because I know people are like, you know, you got to make sure that it's super engaging. You got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, I don't fucking understand it. I just post shit.
Yep.
And I know that's not a good way to go about doing it because there's definitely a better way. People have already proved that. But for the most part, like I don't really focus on what I'm actually posting. I'm kind of like, I want to make sure that I'm doing shit that I align with rather than me trying to hop on fucking trends or try to make people want to fucking watch it because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a content creator. I'm a fucking musician. And I know that there's some people who would tell you content creation first, music second. And I'm like, eat a dick. That's my fucking straight up response.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it, bro. You want the fucking views for content. Well, guess what? 90% of the time, these people aren't going to take the time out of the day to click on your shit to go find this fucking song. And they're like, oh, well, you need to make sure that it's right here. Well, guess what? There's fucking stipulations to that. I can't post any links until I have a certain number of followers on my TikTok. So how the fuck am I supposed to make sure that it's right there so they have it? Most of the time, if I make a video about my music, the music's already out. So if they like it, they can go look at it. But
yeah, that's true. Yep.
Getting them to get the fuck off of TikTok and stop swiping on TikTok is one of the most difficult things. Most people don't want to do that. Most people aren't going to go fucking click your link to listen to your music just because they liked it. They're like, oh, this is cool, but they're not going to fucking go and click and find your shit. So
No.
you can get all these views on TikTok, and yes, it can help in your
Yeah.
listens and shit, and help you get paid. But for the most part, they're not actually going to go look at your music. They'll
No.
be like, "Oh, dude, I love that TikTok. That was so good. I like the music that was in the background."
Dude,
But they're
I
not taking the time
promise
to do
you,
it.
it's the truth, dude. That my one video that did go viral, that I got a bunch of followers. Cool. None of them have looked at any fucking thing besides that one song since, dude. I promise to God that. I don't care how cool it looks on my TikTok. None of them have checked out my shit. Like, not at all, dude. At all. They just followed because they saw a video right then and there. Never looked at me again.
I think Drewby said the same shit. I think Drewby was like, I got a couple million streams from TikTok.
Yeah.
But they don't actually go listen to it.
Nope.
Because like when you look at the TikTok views compared to like, let's say, because like Spotify keeps track of monthlies. If you look at the TikTok views compared to monthlies, you're like 12 monthlies, but he's got all these fucking views on TikTok because nobody wants to click off the shit. To actually get them to click on something, like, you can't. It's one of the hardest things to do.
And
that's
apparently, I might be wrong, but I read that if you are on TikTok and you post a video and it says, "Hey, link in my bio," they won't support it because they don't want people going off of the app and going to a different app and promoting another app. So I don't know if that's true, but it makes sense, I guess.
Well, because I think TikTok wanted to make their own music streaming platform.
Okay, yeah.
I think that was one of the things that I had ended up hearing, was that they actually wanted to have their own like TikTok music or some shit. I know that TikTok started cutting people's like lives and shit, like paying how much they pay and shit like that. I think I follow, is it Sean Gatz or some shit? He's got a bunch of tattoos on his face. He does all the desert videos where he's in his little compound. Like, he was talking about that too. He was like, I have to kind of slow down because, TikTok's not paying me what they were paying me, and I need to make sure that I can live and shit. And I'm like, so all of these platforms are starting to not pay as much, which I'm not like 100% sure on YouTube. Like I said, I don't really keep up with YouTube. YouTube might be the only one that's keeping this shit the same. Yeah. I know that Meta, so like Facebook and Instagram, they're still paying, like, if you're monetized, I think it's 1 cent per stream. That's pretty fucking good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if I'm not doing anything music-wise, but I'm doing this, I'm talking about music, I'm doing what I want to do. If I can get monetized 1 cent per stream, bro, I'm cool with it. Because if I ended up growing this and had, let's say even fucking 500 people in the stream, but that doesn't include the people who fucking clicked on it and then clicked out of it, that's fucking $5. I'm cool. Fuck it, bro. $5 to sit here and do what I do best, run my fucking mouth. I'm okay with that.
No, yeah, that's true. And I saw, I've never went live on YouTube, but when I was first watching your stream, that's where I was actually watching it from, was YouTube, and it seemed like it was doing decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I at one point I could have sworn I saw like 10 people, maybe over 10 or something at one point. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know how that works. Is it like, your followers and some randoms, or like, is it pulling people in too from?
I've had a lot of random viewers.
That's dope.
So a thing is, like, if you do any type of lives, even if you're not at your computer and you want to do the shit from your phone, do a vertical live stream. When you do the vertical live stream, it throws you in the fucking shorts feed, so more people will see it. So at one point, I think it was the last stream that we did, Leaf was fucking excited as fuck because he was like, "Bro, you had fucking over 20 people in your stream." Like,
damn, hell yeah, yeah.
Right, and it's like, yeah, I had over 20 people in my stream when I first started. The problem is when you start to look at the analytics with the attention, the retention rate, right?
Yeah.
Because my retention rate, I had those 20 viewers for like 3 minutes, and then I couldn't keep them in. So that was another thing. I had messaged him today because I was thinking about this topic since like yesterday, and I was like, I wanted a way to fucking captivate more fucking people. I was like, so we're gonna get gritty with this shit, and I'm gonna talk about shit that people don't want to talk about in this live that people need to hear. Because I'm tired of all this bullshit that goes on with fucking industry music and the fucking way that they're trying to run, like, our communities, especially our fucking lower class communities, into the fucking ground, that shit doesn't fucking align with me. And there's not a lot of people talking about it. So I was like, if I'm gonna get people to stay in here, I'm gonna get their attention. I gotta get their attention with some shit that people don't fucking want to hear, but they need to hear that shit, or that people haven't heard, that I might be shedding light on it to where they're like, oh, dude, he's right. You know, and then now when they hear that fucking,
you gotta humble some people, man.
Yeah,
you know?
when they start hearing that fucking industry rap come on, they're like, I don't want to fucking listen to this shit. I'm not out here fucking killing people. I'm not out here fucking doing drugs. You know, I don't want my fucking daughter to listen to this dude fucking talk about
facts
girls like
right
bitches
there.
and hoes and shit, right? Like, that's one of the things that I wanted to shed light on, was because I'm fucking tired of hearing that shit. I don't listen to that shit for the most part anymore, unless I want to have fucking just some noise on in the fucking background that I'm not paying attention to on a long drive. Yeah, fuck it. I'll throw the playlist on that I had already built, but I'm not actively listening to that shit. And if it gets to a certain point, I'm like, I don't even want to listen to that shit. That's like, I love 3-6. There's like sometimes when I'm listening to 3-6 and I'm like, God damn, dude, like I like their shit. I understand what they did for the rap game, but like, I'm like, fuck, dude, like I don't, and I know they weren't industry rappers when they came out. They fucking independent, but sometimes I just like listen to that shit. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like I want to listen to some shit that has substance.
Oh yeah, that's a part of maturing and shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? For sure, that's definitely, that's definitely a part of that. Like you're just we're realizing as we're getting older, like, you know, what the hell was that? Like, what did we listen to? Like, yeah, it was popular, and you know, the people made it popular. Like we made it popular, definitely, but. You know, what are they rapping about? You know what I'm saying? Like, and what were we learning, like, at that age? You know what I'm saying? What was being put in our heads at that age? You know, terrible shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty bad influences for sure. And, yeah, that's just not how it should be. But, I mean, definitely respect them. You know, they definitely paved the way for sure. 3-6 definitely paved the way for sure.
That's like, I feel like most people don't give fucking DJ Paul the respect that he deserves, because if we didn't have DJ Paul, we wouldn't have that fucking triplet flow.
Yeah, for sure.
And I use that shit a lot. Like, if you listen to me and Leaf's track, fucking ARX, I'm like, fuck, dude, what was it? It was like, I'm feeling dumb, my mind is numb, I'm stumbling down the street, hit my face, get to my feet. This isn't the end, I'm rolling face, I'm feeling great, doing all these drugs, thinking life is great. Like, that fucking triplet flow, we wouldn't have that if we didn't have a DJ Paul.
Yep.
And then,
for sure.
Juicy J is one of my favorites.
I was about to say, DJ Paul, for me, would be, like, I love him, too, like, the most, honestly. And then Juicy J, dude. Like, them two. Yeah. So, Juicy J's funny, though, too, at the same time. I feel like he's a funny dude, bro.
Hit that cash button. I'm all about that cash, bitch. Hit that cash button. Every time you buy a Dr. Pepper, dude, Juicy J gets a check in the mail. I love that shit. I love that shit. It's like, so like, I wouldn't say that like I'm die hard on DJ Paul, right? Like, I respect what DJ Paul did. I think he's a great artist, but for me, like, Juicy J's at the top, and then fucking Project Peta, that motherfucker, fucking Pat shit. Like, and like nobody can do what Pat did. Nobody can fucking Project Peta, attracting dime pieces. Like, I haven't seen anybody who can do that.
Dude, hold on. You just triggered something in my head. There's somebody that I just recently seen on TikTok. Hold on. He's an Indian dude. You may or not seen him. Hold on. And he has that flow. Hold on. It's called Big Dogs. Hold on. All right, this is it. I'm gonna just pull it up right here and show you. Hold on. Everyone, they were commenting and saying that Project Pat, hold on, they were like calling him that. Hold on. Where's he at? Here he is. Okay. Human. Some Indian dude that just popped off, but it was because he had that influence, and that's what he was, you know, he posted on his TikTok that song, and he said, I got that Pat flow, and then everybody, that went viral, you know, so That's
I
funny
mean,
though that you just brought that up. That's the only dude that I just recently seen who had that flow.
so and the other thing that I love too about those two is the fact that they don't give a fuck if you
Yeah.
want to use like shit that they did. They don't
Oh
care.
yeah.
Now, unless you're trying to sample shit, they
Yeah.
don't care. Because Project Pat said in an interview, which was recent, he was like, "I don't give a fuck if somebody wants to use the flow that I had or wants to like do some shit that I was doing." They were like, "If they can do that and get their bread up, get your fucking bread up." He wasn't
Yep.
like,
Yep.
I'm gonna call you out for stealing my fucking flow." None of that shit. Which to me, like, I love that because I ended up. I think now I'm gonna have to go back in my fucking songs and see if I can find this shit because I'll know exactly how the flow goes once I see the lyrics. But I think I had one that I had like a Project Pat flow on.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
have been finding a lot of new flows for myself that I haven't seen a lot of people doing and that I didn't really know were in me. Like I think with Don't Miss, I had a lot of compliments on the flow on that one. And which I actually like I'm gonna pay homage to Juicy J because Juicy J gave me the fucking idea because he did the shit in the All I Blow Is Loud album. When I get into the part in that song fucking hot as a can that I'm out the dough rhymes all of my mental eyes look oriental I stay killing on these instrumentals like that's a fucking Juicy J flow.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm like, I'm okay with that
Oh,
because
for sure.
that's who I grew up on. And I'm letting people know, like, I'm not stealing it. I'm
No.
using it as in, like, and I would tell everybody, like, I grew up on fucking Juicy J. That's my shit. I have another song where I said fucking, stuck in a monetary loop. Give me the loot. Gotta be
Yep.
real. Let me spit some truth. So, like, fucking big ass influence from Biggie. I'm fucking East Coast, bro. That's where I live. Like, I grew up on a lot of bigs, so I will pay homage to rappers where I can because that's what I grew up on. And there's a difference between paying homage and fucking
Oh
stealing
yeah.
work.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And just hearing the influences, like you could have, you know what I mean? Like you still sound original, 100%, but like you can hear the influence, but to me, it's not anything copying that. You know what I'm saying? I can hear your like originality all over that, but I get where your influences are coming from. You know what I'm saying? And like I can listen to your music and not once be like, oh yeah, he just copied blah blah blah. No, I'm like this dude's original. You just hear the influences for sure. Like I definitely like. I was a big Strange Music fan growing up and stuff, and like Tech Nine, like was a huge, him. And then I also loved Hobson. He was on, Strange Music, but I loved Hobson and stuff. And obviously, I loved Eminem growing up, and like, but I mean, I will never get compared to those guys, but you know what I'm saying. But I definitely, try to put some influences in there for sure. Like I'm sure people can hear some. Like I try to do some fast raps and stuff sometimes, and. So like definitely you can have the influences and still be original and like that, if anything, you got that formula and you're like literally making your own thing from it. Like, we wouldn't be, you got influence to rap, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to have gotten, you didn't just one day was just like, I'm just going to rap without hearing a rap song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you had to have heard something to make you want to do this, like, and so definitely, and that song, by the way, I do have that too on my. Oh shit, that's funny as hell. I got this up here to the top. I got that playing right here, but
So
I have
I
that
actually,
on my phone though.
if
Don't
you listen to Scarface is the one that gave me the influence for To the Top.
For real? Hell yeah!
I can't remember what the actual song is that fuck, dude. There was this one particular song that kind of influenced me to do To the Top. And I wanted to go back to more of like a storytelling with that one, kind of like how Scarface did.
Yeah.
Which is funny as shit, too, because like when we go back to styles, I'm from Virginia. Virginia's fucking style is East Coast lyricism with Southern fucking like rap beats. So it makes sense that like Nas and Biggie and fucking like 50 and like I listened to all of them growing up, but I also listened to like 3-6 growing up. I listened to like a lot of shit that came out of Memphis, like Memphis rap in general. Because to me, there's like a couple different genres, right? You got East Coast rap, which is pretty much like your New York type of shit.
Yeah.
Then you got Southern rap, which is like, I don't throw Memphis into Southern rap. Memphis to me has its own fucking genre, and then Southern rap's a whole different thing. But Texas has its own fucking style of rap too.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are like, there's like 4 different styles that I hear because like I've been more recently influenced by I'm not gonna say Mexican OT because he's got kind of his own style, even though he's like from Texas. But like when I think of like Texas rap, like I think of
Paul Wall, dude. Houston, man. Like Paul Wall was used to, you know, he had his shit for sure. He had his time.
Motherfucker, dude. Dero.
Oh yeah.
The newest one that's out, that's fucking hot as shit. Fucking Big X the Plug. Like when I started listening to Big X the Plug, like that kind of put me on to more of like a Texas style of like delivery. There was a couple songs that I started writing that have that in there, but they still have like the like super southern fucking rap beat. The lyrical storytelling is a little bit different because I know like Texas, I don't want it, and I'm not fucking saying anything bad about Texas to anybody who's watching. Shout out Texas, but like I don't think that they have that lyrical storytelling that East Coast does. So when you take like a Texas style of flow, mix it with fucking southern fucking like rap beats, and then take a fucking East Coast lyrical like why am I having like the lyricism of East Coast, and then you throw it on all that. Holy dude, when I heard that shit, I was like, bro, I made that? Holy shit. Like it was one of those ones where I had to take a second.
That's always a good feeling too, bro.
I was like, I just put 4 different fucking styles of rap like into one style. So like when I saw that, it was crazy as shit because for the most part, like my influences are just like pretty much just strictly like East Coast and Memphis.
And that's dope. A lot of people aren't, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. I think that will separate, you know what I'm saying? That will make you more noticeable because there's not many that are doing that type. And I think that's sick as fuck. For sure.
I got one that hasn't come out yet with DBL. It's called Ego. And that one is actually, that one's dope as fuck. And that one's dope as fuck because we went for like an NWA feel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
that's cool.
Actually, I'm going to see if I can pull that up so I can play that shit. I know Savvy loves this shit. I had to tell Savvy to stop playing it because I was like, dude, we haven't fucking finished it yet. Like, I don't want to be a dick. I know you like it. You already have the file. Listen to it. But I can't have it played that much. Like, I have to do... I'll play it on here once because I don't...
Yeah, let me hear that.
Damn, I have to figure out how to add this shit. Give me 1 second. If you have anything else that you want, I'll talk. I can talk while I'm just trying to figure out how to add the beat back in here because I forgot. Yeah, this one's pretty fucking crazy, to be honest. Cause when we finished, I mean, we were up late as fuck. It was probably 2-3 o'clock in the morning by the time we had finished doing this song, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! How the fuck do I have that many tracks of the... Why are there tracks in here of that? Alright, hopefully this is the right one. That's a wave. That's a wave. What the fuck?
So how do you end up playing the music? Or do you hit the screen share thing?
So when you play the music, you have to go into add a file.
Okay.
And once you add the file, you can it'll basically throw it into your like little widget section or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And you can play it from there.
That's cool.
I gotta pull up. I'm gonna end up having to pull up Studio One because it's not. I don't think it's saved right in. For some reason, I have like 15 fucking track files that are in there, and I don't know why. It shouldn't be like that. Let somebody hack my shit.
This up real quick. Hold on 1 second.
That's not even gonna fucking play right. I just fucked that up. Damn, what a dumbass. Alright, give me one.
What happened?
I fucked up. I ended up fucking recording the mix down instead of recording the actual song. Alright, so this one should be good. I should be able to add it once I get this up, though. For whatever reason, it was... Like, I pulled up my mix downs, but it came up with a bunch of different fucking track audios in it. I have no idea why. Sometimes I still end up fucking up with this fucking audio shit. But it's all a learning process. So, should be able to pull that shit up now. Which, DBL, if you watch this, I need you to hit me up so we can get this fucking song out, bro. We gotta do this shit. We gotta get on the road. Alright. Oh, I figured out what my problem was. I'm just a dumbass. Cool. I clicked the wrong thing. I was wondering why it wasn't doing that shit. Nice. Alright, so let me see.
If you don't fuck with us, guess you got an ego. Come and take off, just me and my amigo. Just us 2, 9 and a trio. DBL don't smoke, I'm you don't fuck with us, guess you got it.
It says that it's fucking playing, but I can't hear it.
Radio,
Can you hear that when I click that?
Not the
did a whole
message,
show, breaking out.
You're probably gonna end up having to watch it from your phone if you have your phone on the live.
Hold on, let me mute myself.
Just give me a thumbs up when you're on it.
If you don't fuck with us, guess you got an ego. Come and take off, just me and my amigo. Just us 2, 9 and a trio. DBL pumping, making all my beats and they really bumping.
All that Easy and Dre always into something. It's almost that killer season, there ain't no cuffing. It's the DBL to the SP the Great. That essential education and getting your lunch shake. Wait, we can tell you ain't get it. No need for correcting with that death sentence. Put the DEF in death note, we relate to the whole globe. So burn all your notepads, it's time to pay your penance.
If you don't fuck with us, guess you got an ego. Come and take off, just me and my amigo. Just us 2-9 and a trio. DBL don't smoke, I'm hugging up the tree, bro.
It's the 304 to the 540. Let's stop your heartbeat and make the blood slow. Make the speakers explode and the gold chains corrode. It's timeless, fuck up the world's whole show.
No, I'm not gonna play with a hoe. Strawberry need to come and give me some dome.
Papa got that blueberry yum yum, you know. The time to get you high till the next episode.
Ganja smoke in my lungs gonna explode. Bars like ice, they getting real cold.
Get hot as a dab rig, way above average. The former solo dolo stoner been on the blacklist.
Heating up like a banger. Now I'm full of anger. Fucking with me, putting you in danger. You my son, like we had you in a manger.
No Power Ranger, the flow gonna repulse ya. Things get stranger, upside down, be the cross, bruh. Not trying to get too hardcore, but this immortal technique has them reaching for the door.
If you don't fuck with us, guess you got an ego. Come and take off, just me and my amigo. Just us 2-9 and a trio. DBL don't smoke, I'm hugging up the tree, bro.
It's the 304 to the 540. Let's stop your heartbeat and make the blood slow. Make the speakers explode and the gold chains corrode. It's timeless, fuck up the world's whole show.
He's got a dope voice too, dude. He's got a dope voice. Dude, is that the dude that was on the live earlier? Oh, hold on. I don't hear you. My bad.
My bad, I muted myself.
No, you're good.
Yeah, nah, he's dope as fuck, bro. But nah, he's not the one that was on the live. The one that was on the live was Hendrix. And Jay, I know you heard it. I knew as soon as I went to play that, you were gonna be in the chat.
He said, I hear it.
I knew you were waiting for that shit. I know you still got the file. You're allowed to listen to it, bro. I don't want to play it too much on stream until DBL fucking finally hits me up so we can get that shit out.
I like that back and forth shit 100%. That's sick. Whose beat?
That's a beat that I made.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was saying,
That's dope.
I got another one on here. He said I do what I want, motherfucker. Straight savvy. Keep it straight savvy.
Yes, sir.
I got if you like that one, I was say I can play another one because I'm probably getting ready to wrap up here soon.
No, yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're totally good.
Like, cause I have a wider range of beats, so I'll play this one so you can see that, and then we can wrap up our talk, and then that way you can kind of see like some of the shit that I do, cause like I go back and forth, play Wax. Fuck. All right, fine. Wax. Okay, so Wax is a Bloodleaf beat. I'll add that one real quick because I know that one should be in my fucking files. So yeah, Leaf makes a bunch of fucking instrumentals and shit too. He's fucking dope with that shit. I don't know how he does all this shit off his fucking phone for real. That shit is fucking crazy to me.
He makes the beat from his phone?
Bro, he makes most... Leaf, tell me if I'm wrong. He makes like 100% of his fucking beats off his phone, bro.
That's wild. Yeah, like that's wild, dude.
So
like I don't lie, I used to record mess with GarageBand on my phone just to record my vocals, but I couldn't imagine sitting there doing a whole ass beat on my damn phone. Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, I know y'all can fucking hear it, but I gotta go in here and put the fucking monitoring on.
Yeah, let me turn
I
this.
don't know if this is the actual version. This might be the version that I took the fucking lyrics off of for our show, so I gotta listen to it real quick.
This shit is fucking lit. You're getting it.
Nah, that's the regular one, so I'm gonna replay it. do me a favor and just mute your mic while I play it.
I got you.
Because it's giving a little feedback.
Smoking on wax, I got what you want. Puff on the coal or pass on the blunt. If you a clown, don't come around. We're smoking that loud, no fucking around. I be sipping and sipping, you think I might drown. Moving the pack when I'm coming to town. Now that we here, we burning it down. I am Arnold, get down. This shit is fucking lit, you're getting into it. I got the terps mixed with the distillate. Smoking my shit and I know that you feeling it. Hitting the dab, you know that I'm killing it. Grinding, I'm rolling, I'm licking it up. Sealing the seams, so lipping my blunt. If you need weed, just hit me up. Money in hand, I never do fronts. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. Come and get your fix, call me the supplier. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. On that Duplo car, it's that multiplier. Sipping and smoking, I'm getting too high. Fucking these bitches like 4 at a time. Chasing the paper and all of it's mine. Pounds of weed, ain't selling no dimes. Dimes, dimes, you turn on a dime. Changing your mind like all of the time. It's simple sativa, the ain't no high. What are you looking to buy? Give me the change and pay me at once. Money is money and drugs is drugs. I don't sell mids, I only got nugs. Get out your wallet, start counting them up. You can stick around and take a puff. Just say the word when you had enough. This ain't no huff, don't take too much. Brace yourself, it's the strongest stuff. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. Come and get your fix, call me the supplier. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. On that Duplo car, it's that multiplier. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. Come and get your fix, call me the supplier. This shatter fire, gonna get you higher. On that Duplo car, it's that multiplier.
That's fire. And that the Arnold get down geeked me out. That was that.
I am Arnold, get down.
Yeah, dude. That threw me. I wasn't ready for that. It had me weak, dude. That was good. Is that who's beat?
So that's a Bloodleaf beat.
And is that who you were saying that did that on a?
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
And the thing was, when I was telling him how I wanted that beat to be,
yeah,
I was on the phone just telling him shit, and I ended up, I think I like freestyled the fucking hook like just a little bit. I don't even think that I did the full thing. It was like just a little bit, and
yeah,
he just made the fucking beat around it, and I was like, that was the dopest shit I've ever.
Yeah, that's a hard
seen.
beat too, dude, for sure. That beat was dope. That beat was sick, man.
Some fucking 3-6 vibes to it is what it's got.
Yeah,
I told him, I was like, bro, that's what I want. I was like, I need that.
Yeah,
that's what I need. Sav, if you're still in here, I know that you said you wanted to hear more of Fuck It. So I got a second verse to that shit. I don't have the ins and outs worked up, but I will play that shit for you. Let me find it real quick. I'm hoping that you're gonna like this second verse. I thought this second verse was dope as shit, for real. I just gotta export this shit real quick so I can play it. I'm hoping I just did that one right. Shit.
gonna kill it. I am the one putting the work, making the beats, songs in the works. They wanting the feast. I'm not the one. Fuck it, I do it myself. I am the guy making the hits. I don't give a fuck. Thinking you bigger than us, holding on me like I am a crush. Fuck that shit. I do it myself. Fuck it, I do it myself. All of it's me, not for the wealth. They calling me Brady. I'm coming in clutch, making the pass. It's gonna touch. All in the rush to get to the bread. Cooking my way to the top. They're saying I'm Ramsey, Gord is dead. I don't need you, I don't need them. Fuck it, I do it myself. Bucket team, only need me. I do it myself, yeah. Fuck it, I do it myself. Everyone wants to hop on my team. Fuck it, I do it myself. Fuck it, I do it myself. Shout out to Russ, he did it himself. It's time for the grade, he does it himself. I'm killing the game and moving your rap straight to the shelf. Got good aim, I do it myself. Stay in your lane, don't fuck with the lames. You cannot do it the same. Nothing to lose, I only gain. ROI, looking real high. Other rappers just trying to get by. All of the bread for studio time. Pitching the pennies, you telling lies. Fuck that shit, I do it myself. Fuck it, I do it myself. All of it's me, not for the wealth.
That's fire, bro.
Hey,
Dude,
guys,
that beat, like how it went slow and shit. Like after that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was crazy.
That's another one that I made. I didn't know about that beat when I made it. I have it titled Maybe for Me. And I was like, I had no idea. Jay, I hope you like that second verse. I thought that I killed that fucking second verse.
Yeah, that switch up on that beat was dope. I can't even lie. Like, yeah, that was sick.
I appreciate that. I also don't want to be rude. Cause like I know I'm playing my shit and like I haven't offered to play anybody else's, but that's Sav's thing. I'm gonna let him do that. I'll play my own shit. I don't want to get into Sav's face though, because that's not really what this podcast is supposed to be about. I do like. I mean, I gotta fucking promote my own shit. But
oh yeah, for sure.
Sav, I appreciate the fire. Leaf, appreciate the fire, because like honestly, I felt really good after I spit that the hook, Lil Iffy on. That's the one that I was telling you earlier that I have auto tune on that bitch, and then I realized that it wasn't even doing anything. But Lil Iffy on it, not 100% sure how.
Oh, when you kick back in though, when you started spitting right after that,
yeah, because like it's a demo. It's a demo. I'm not stepping on your toes, Jay. I told you I ain't playing nobody else's shit, bro. I'm gonna leave that to you. That's what you do. That's what you do best. I know you playing too. You know I got love. I fucking plug you every time I hop on this bitch.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Jay, dog. For sure.
Thanks. Jay started opening up a lot of fucking opportunities for me, and he's funny as shit, and he's got good memes too. So that always helps.
Yeah, for sure. Good people right there.
During the day. I sent him one the other day, a B-Rad. I was like, what the? He was sitting in the shrink's office or whatever, doing that blinkety blink, some shit. And I was like, this is how I feel every time I write a verse I don't like.
No, that's funny. He said that's how I feel. That's
but
good
yeah, bro,
shit.
I mean, it was definitely fun talking to you. I appreciate
for sure
everybody who's been in chat and who's been listening. Savvy, always supports you. Leaf, thanks you for doing all the mod shit. Sauce man, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but if you are, I appreciate you fucking kicking it for the full fucking 3.5 hours. You a fucking real one. I will play the fucking game with you. Yes, I already told you I'd play. I'll run some matches with you before I gotta go to bed.
I appreciate you having me on, bro, and definitely I'm going to be sharing this and telling more people, dude. If you need any more guests, I'll try and send you over some people, man, and, keep doing your thing, bro. Like, I enjoyed that. I'll definitely be watching. I'll tune back in another day. If you need me on, I'll come on and talk with you, bro, and we can have another talk, man. This was dope. I'm glad I got to do this with you.
I will. What I'll end up doing is on the days that I have guests in, I'll probably end up having a set guest like I had with Hendrix today. I'll bring them on first because I'll tell them like the topic that I want to touch on a little bit, stuff that I want to talk about, And then you kind of saw with me and Jay. We kind of
Yeah.
back and forth. Or I mean, Bully, not Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Bully kind of go back and forth a little bit. He's cool as shit. I would definitely check him out too.
For
Yeah,
sure.
no, I'll probably end up just doing that. Me and DMT going tomorrow 8. Oh yeah, I will pop Jay. I will pop in for a little bit until I gotta start mine because I start at 9. So I'll definitely pop in to see what you were talking about. I just won't be able to stay for the full thing because Saturdays is my normal lives. I go live at 9 on Saturday every week, and typically that one I just do by myself because there's certain topics that I just want to talk about. But like I said, during the week, if I have guests that want to hop on, I'll probably end up starting to do that during the week, just so that way Saturday I can keep my regular show. So yeah, I would definitely let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not in Jay's stream tomorrow, because I don't want to step on Jay's toes. God damn it! I just know he streams all the fucking time.
Well, look,
I
I
he
did
streams all the time.
I was supposed to be on one of Jay's like a few days ago, and I missed it. So I definitely will be tuning in tomorrow with Jay. But shoot, whenever he kicks me out of there, I'm just gonna at some point I'll be flipping back and forth between the both of y'all supporting. So you definitely got yourself a fan, bro, and I'm definitely gonna be sharing y'all shit. So appreciate it, man, for sure. And I like what both of y'all have been doing. Like,
thank you. Trying to do our best. Jay helped me realize that I was good at having my fucking face on a camera for real. I thank Jay for that a couple times after I was on his show. He the support that I had from people like talking just in his first stuff, and they were like, yo, he did really good and everything like that. I was like, all right, so maybe I should listen to Leaf. Maybe I should start doing maybe I should start doing the lives and shit. And I did them, and I'm liking them. I'm doing good at it. So I will be around. I know Savvy ain't fucking going anywhere. I try to get active as much as I can in his shit too, and then I realize like I know he's not going to be mad at me for trying to do what I'm doing because I mean we talk about that shit all the time. So I appreciate you hopping on. I appreciate Savvy for putting me into a new world of people that I wasn't connecting with before, and I'm definitely looking forward to running it up with everybody.
yes, sir, man. Well, you have a good night, bro, and I'll definitely catch you tomorrow. I'll be tuning in. So,
you too, bro. Hope you have a good night.
all right, see you, brother.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Illminds Independent Talk podcast with your host, SPtheGreat. It has been a fucking long one. It's been a fun one, and I appreciate you guys for staying tuned with us. But y'all have a good night, and I will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m.